Hope you guys had a great week. And here we go on a Saturday, picking up where we left off last, where Linda got splattered through the walls, decapitated, her face half eaten, and of course, Mirdro put her back
Extremely
together.
almost got one-shotted by one mob.
Alright, and we are live. Alrighty, so I do need you guys to whoever gave the last perception check. There was something else you noticed, but I want to see who rolled that perception. See if that's something you want to investigate or not. Give me just a second to find it.
I think I found stuff in a hole.
You in the hole? Okay, yeah. So you do find something else in the hole.
Found stuff in a hole. I mean, that could be not a good thing. It could also be a very good thing.
You see a stone. You see a stone tablet. So it's like a stone, like a square stone. I guess it's more what I would describe it. Like it's like half buried into the dirt.
I'll pick it up for sure. Depending on how big it is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to budge.
You said it's made out of stone.
If you as you try to pick it up, it's like embedded into the dirt. You might have to dig if you like to see what it is.
While they're dealing with the body outside, I'll dig this up.
All right, it might take you a few hours, and you might want to let the rest of the party know that you found it.
Oh. Well, if it's going to take that long, then I'll probably say, hey, there's something. Can you guys help me out? Or see what this is? Looks interesting.
Do the rest of the party decide to go there and check it out as well?
Cautiously.
What I can see, it's just a stone tablet or something.
You could for now. What do you see is kind of like a corner of it.
A corner of a stone tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything written on it?
You can't see it because it's still buried under the dirt. If you guys are gonna spend an hour clearing out the dirt that seems to be above it, because it's like buried in, so you might have to carefully dig it out.
Imagine someone in the group would want to do a burial rites. Oh, wait, no.
No, you guys raised her back. Linda's back.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The helpful zombie.
We've got Lynn dead.
So yeah.
Yeah, don't I have some?
All right, so I just need I guess you would take 20 here and do a couple strength checks as you're digging through the dirt and carefully doing it. Midro,
Okay.
you figured this out as the stone looks very similar to the stone you guys found back at your place. The runes are slightly different, but the second you guys approach it, the runes lit up.
I'd back up.
The runes fade down.
And what's this?
It radiates conjuration.
I guess I'd more cautiously dig it up and see what else we can.
I need somebody to roll spellcraft to figure out what it is. I guess that's why Mirdro roll identify. So go ahead and do me the spellcraft and add the. All right, that's a 31 with the identify, so it should be fine. Okay, that is a permanent teleportation circle, exactly like the one you have at your place.
So, are we able to use this as an outpost, or did we just shank another one of the merchants' pets?
Well, you certainly clear. I mean, this one has been abandoned, so Mandy, I cannot hear you. No, I'm sorry.
There we go. I just figured it out. Sorry, I was asking, can we tell if it goes to the same place and whether or not it's active?
You could test it, but somebody steps on it.
Shad looks around for a small animal, like a squirrel or something.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, you guys remember what happens, or what he said happens to living things?
Well, that's the other pad. We don't know if this one's like that. Can I find a squirrel?
Yeah, you easily find a squirrel.
Can I catch the squirrel?
Give me a dexterity check.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just gonna watch. Okay.
yeah, somebody better at dexterity than me might want to try to catch it.
Surprisingly, you catch it.
Okay,
This one was
after
asleep.
I'm like,
Oh, all right.
why are we catching
I'll
squirrels
take it.
in the first place?
To drop on this teleportation circle, which I do.
All right, the squirrel disappears.
So I imagine we're gonna have a squirrel abomination to take care of.
A few minutes,
Assuming
just a few minutes later, you receive a message from your base like, "Boss, we have a squirrel came out from the underground from that maze. What did you guys do? Why do we have a squirrel coming out of the maze?"
living squirrel.
Yeah, it appears very. They did send a message. It's a living squirrel.
Well, who wants to be next?
Well, are we
Go on.
going home? Or...
I feel like somebody's going to test this theory.
Shad jumps onto the circle.
There you go.
The rest of the party has no idea, but Shad realized that he is back in the base, and it seems like as you whatever you think for as you're teleporting through, that's where you're gonna end up with, provided you already been to that place.
Shad goes upstairs and takes a nap.
Nope, Shad's dead. Bye, everybody.
Shad is not willing to assume it's two-way.
Oh yeah, we never
I-
asked the merchant that.
Actually, I guess Shad will go catch the squirrel and drop the squirrel on the pad in ours.
All right, the squirrel appears back with the rest of the party.
Is it alive?
It's alive, just like it was. A little terrified because it's confused.
Shad, where did all your weapons go?
Did you send me a message?
No, I'm talking to the squirrel.
I suppose
Oh,
if that
looks
worked,
like,
I'll send a snake through and tell her to come back.
All right, she does. She goes and comes back.
Did
Looks
you
like a
see
nice
Shad over
little,
here?
nice
Yeah,
short
Shad sees her and says, "Good, tell the others it works," and then goes upstairs to take a nap.
All right, so are you guys doing any sort of protection for this little tower that is now apparently yours? Has been added to your domain?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's around this, if anything? Are there any other?
But yeah, no, this is a pet finder, so it's kind of like D&D, like 3.5. Sorry, Nosk, what was that again?
Are there any other buildings relatively close by?
Nope, just the trio of corpses that you guys kind of just ignored it, and just this collapsed tower, and there was stuff that was making living here, but you guys cleared the whole thing out, probably burned the cocoon stuff to prevent any more spiders from growing.
Huh. So
I say we either rebury this or destroy it, unless you want people to just be able to walk into our house.
yeah, I was wondering, did we have to do what was required of the? He said we have to do.
We could set up a fun trap on the other side, and then, they would walk into our place and just be stuck there.
It's at this
And,
point that you
know.
receive a message, but this time it's from the shopkeeper. Message says, "I see you found the second waypoint. Just remember, only you. We set the stones so that only you can use them, or something you throw in there. So other than that, the stones are perfectly safe. Only people who can use this, either you push somebody there or if you go in yourselves.
Sounds good. So you know if it's going to be us and if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody go get Shad.
How spent are you guys? I know we're somewhat on a mission, but I guess this is a shortcut back. If you guys need to rest.
Shad is fatigued, I think, magically for 24 hours, which is why he's sleeping. Because he can't even hold his axe if he's not in rage. So
do we all want to go back and sleep in real beds?
I feel pretty good. I'm happy with my dagger. Yeah, I guess
Hey Squatch, thank you for the sub. 16 months. Holy crap, that's been a long time, huh?
so we don't split the
Thank
party.
you. How are you doing?
So I'm not sure what is to come. We can get a night's rest or do a little shopping.
Took a walk, got sidetracked.
What was that?
I said, what shopping? We took a walk, we got sidetracked. Don't stop being lazy, get back to work! It's like herding cats, I swear.
Yeah, I'm all for keep going, but we all know what happens when I go in first. So I like to have somebody else.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. I'm going to have Vic carry you then.
Nice. And the newly zombified Linded, you constantly hear her saying her moanings. Help. Help. There we go.
Help.
She's always willing to help, even after dying.
So helpful. So, is that the plan? Getting some rest? And then coming back?
I'm at basically full, so...
But what about the rest of the party? Are you guys good to go? Do you guys need a rest? Because it looks like Shad needs a rest.
I probably need a rest.
A rest is always good.
Fine.
Alright, you all...
Let's run the game.
You go back to your house.
All of a sudden it's on fire.
No, nothing out of the ordinary, other than somebody knocking at the door. Appears to be a little halfling. And her name is?
Belness. Some people call me Hell's Bells. Mostly that's because they're frustrated with me.
Oh no. Oh.
What was the name again?
Belness. Pleasure to meet you. And you are?
Well, I'm Nosk, and what brings you this way?
I heard you guys are looking for a crafter. I happen to be the best around here. Well, at least I hear, which I haven't heard. So, take me at my word.
That was smooth. So what kind of things do you craft?
Rings, belts, weapons, things, knickknacks. You know, Odds and ends.
Sounds like it could be useful. I would want to gather the party and see if how they feel. I'm all for it. If the party's not with me at the moment.
You can.
I don't really care. Just sure. Nora doesn't give a shit right now. She's just going to rest also.
Well, seems like you're aboard then.
Sweet, thanks.
I guess I should tell you where to not go in the house.
Oh, that would probably be handy.
Though most of the things are relatively sealed off and the thing down in the basement. Yeah.
Doesn't it have like a big red scary thing behind it and that grumbles every so often? Don't go there.
Kind of, yeah. Well, it's in a very deep hole that was kind of filled, but I don't think all the way up to the top. And close by there was a overflowing with zombies, so there still might be some there.
I love how Nosk is just telling this random person everything we have,
Well,
legal, illegal, or otherwise.
I didn't say I had any, problems or things against what's around us. I'm not telling exact specifics of my connection to it.
I'm just enjoying this.
Yeah, I could be an adventurer
I'm
trying
just
to
waiting
get rid
for
of the
the fallout.
zombies.
I mean, you guys remember what happened last time you brought somebody to look at the zombies? He looked at the light, Mr. Bright Light.
Yeah, I'm not saying my intent here. I'm just saying what is here.
Did you also hand her like a NDR, like a DNA, do not reanimate? Yeah, it is a DNR. Sorry, do not reanimate.
You're not reanimating.
Like, would you like to sign a do not reanimate? Would you happen to have a very, very late healer with us?
A very late healer?
Yeah, necromancers.
Oh. I'll consider it. Let me even look over the paperwork.
It is in legalese. It's like 18 pages long, and the writing gets smaller and smaller with every line that you read.
Fair
I'm not
warning,
that
if you
smart
don't
to
sign
sign
it,
it.
I'm going to assume you're okay with being animated.
So obviously I'm just going to sign because my intelligence is not high.
Perfect. Just sign here in blood, and here's where you give up your soul in case you die.
Shut up!
Yeah, this is fine.
How resilient are you?
How resilient am I?
Yes, how quickly do you bounce back from, any sort of injury or trauma?
My guess would be not that fast. I'm kind of squishy.
We could test this theory. Where's Shad?
Asleep. Ah, which reminds me, Shad, give me a will save.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Alright, apparently you sleep sound like a baby. You hear very loud snores, even from the door. Even though you were like 2 floors up, you just hear Shad snoring so loud that the entire house is hearing it.
So I don't have any curse on me
No,
anymore.
as long as you managed to make that will save there, you like the night terrors didn't even bother you tonight.
All right, awesome.
Nosk, didn't you also have the night terrors again, or did you not get hit with that by that yesterday, the last time we played?
I think I had them.
I thought you made the save though when we slept in the forest.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He didn't. Okay.
Though I did have double poison, I thought. So I might like be vomiting up blood. Unless we took care of that.
You're definitely gonna feel that in the morning once you make a fort save in the morning. All right, you find Belnis finds proper accommodation, introduces herself to the rest of the party. You guys make small chat. Belnis is very confused why there's so many undead skeletons and little undead children walking around in this place, but she seems to believe that it's just a normal way of things and decides not to question it. Right?
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. She might not question it. I have a question. Undead children, plural. When did this happen?
Oh, it was Timmy just bringing some friends over.
Timmy has friends.
It's healthy for him to have friends his own age.
They're playing toss the skull. Each one takes turns tossing their own skull around.
Is one of them that girl from the maze?
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
Midroll?
Oh yeah, it's actually not an undead children. Sorry, it's undead child and undead demon. I fixed that. There you go.
Midroll.
What?
We're gonna be hosting more than one. You're gonna have to build a little house in the back for them.
Want to put the kids in their own house.
I know, right? I always think that's Alistair.
I want you to put the undead and demon children in their own house, not in here. That is exactly what I'm saying.
You're the only one that seems to have a problem. Why don't you build a house in the back?
Because I'm not the one who keeps dragging them here. If it were up to me, we know how this would go.
Yes, exactly, Scotch. Strinkle is the evil
But I
mastermind.
thought you liked Timmy.
I tolerate Timmy.
Shall we take a vote? Who wants Timmy not in the main house?
I don't mind him. It's indifference.
I didn't
but,
say he couldn't come in the main house, but they can't be playing around here. If he wants to work here as foreman, that's one thing. But if he's gonna have a party and friends, I'm not gonna be having him turn our minds into his own little playpen.
we don't know much
I feel
about the
that's
friend, right?
reasonable.
Oh, good times.
We only
Now
met
you're just being paranoid. I'm not sending the poor little orphan child out into the cold.
That's why I said build a house for him!
Well, that's what we are doing. Just an underground house.
Is it morning or is it still night?
It's still when you guys left around the middle of the day from the last session, so it's not gonna like in the middle of the day where they're having all this conversation.
Come here, you.
So Shad would still be asleep. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you being a pain? Why?
So, the conversation with the girl, there wasn't much, and if I remember correctly. She just helped with a couple basic questions. I think it was a girl thing, right? I was in the maze.
Yeah, but she's right there playing with Timmy.
Well, I see no
Yeah.
problems with this.
Yeah, she's playing there with Timmy. She looks perfectly safe.
Exactly which part looks safe?
Well, she has daggers like, mine, so she's cool.
She has teeth in her neck. Just want to put that out there.
I thought you were a big, strong, scary magus. Can you not handle a child?
Oh, I can if you want. I can easily take care of both of them now.
Just look to your side and they'll stick to theirs and everything is fine.
That's the problem. There is no theirs. They're everywhere.
Does it have a name? The new child?
Anne.
Does it have a last name?
Why don't we just build a little house in the back for Nagi?
That's what I said. If she wants to take her necrophobia elsewhere, she's welcome to.
You all. I want you to remember this moment the next time I let whatever undead monster comes barreling towards us eat you.
Yeah, we have friends in low and I guess just low places.
You do not have friends in high places. Don't even try.
Well, the Vona demon named Anne. It's Anne and Lucy. Now Lucy is her last name for Lucifer, but Anne. She goes by Anne.
Okay, that's better than what I was expecting.
Wonder if she knows the shopkeep.
She does not know the shopkeeper.
You can't just assume every single infernal knows every single other infernal.
Oh, wasn't that his maze?
Like, they're not all cousins?
Well, I was just curious because she was in his maze.
You make a good point, but she does not know how she ended up there, but she found a way out, thanks to you guys.
Oh, I guess two can.
Alright, well, enough with the undead children. I'm going upstairs.
Alright. At some point, the children just disappear and go off and do their own thing, leave the house, whatever. Through the sewers, you hear a couple of screams coming from the sewer, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'm gonna go work downstairs and finish my little project and then go to bed.
Okay.
We'll just make sure all the things that are meant to be closed are still closed, and then I'll head to bed.
Alright. Night pretty much goes pretty uneventful. You just hear, once again, occasional screams coming from the sewers and occasional Timmy carrying some dead bodies back and playing with the little bones. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Chat, I can guarantee you my cat is not the mastermind behind this adventure. He's just a pain in the ass.
The sewer's connected to the, thousands of zombies that we killed most of. Where the water is.
The zombies are all gone. Mirdro absorbed their necromantic power. That's why she can summon more powerful undead creatures now.
Did you leave any zombies up in the where our water is?
It's just water now.
Well, I
Just
mean,
water.
that's where the screams are coming from, right?
No, they're coming from the sewer entrance. That's where Timmy and Anne is going down to play in the sewers, and occasionally they run into some random scrub trying to scavenge stuff in the sewers and just murder them.
We're gonna have to start labeling which entrance is the entrance to
Yeah,
this thing around
sorry.
here. So we have the dragon temple at entrance over here, the lake of perpetual undeath over here, the sewers over here, the maze of death over here. I have no idea what this is anymore.
I think that's just our bathtub, right?
Yeah, if we were actually around a table, I'd be making a map right now.
Which is pretty awesome.
Just to fucking remember where all my shit is.
So, yeah, I was going to watch to see how our new friend interacted with Timmy and stuff, but
And before you ask, no, I don't have your stream up. I just have your chat popped. I know you paranoid.
That's alright.
still cheating.
Look, popping out the chat and closing the stream is not cheap.
It's perfectly fine to have the chat up. That's actually kind of cool. So you get so the rest of the chat can see that you guys are talking to them too.
Yeah. Well, I think
Okay, so morning comes around. I'm gonna need Nosk to make me fort save. Actually, make 4 fort saves.
we got
Just go ahead and click them consecutively. Oh, that's unfortunate.
so I think I die in the first two.
No, in the first 2, as you begin to vomit blood and something comes out of your blood and starts crawling out.
is Arlo.
Do we see this?
Oh yeah, because everybody hears you like making the most regurgitating noises, and this little hand like appears like the size of like a tiny mouse crawling out of your blood.
When did me and Shad get back from upstairs?
Is it friendly?
It's a hand crawling out of your blood vomit.
Blood. Yeah.
No,
Wait. Wait. Time out.
I'd be disturbed.
Again. Are me and Shad upstairs or downstairs?
You guys said you were upstairs, so
No,
you're
no,
still
we both went
upstairs.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'd say scream if you need me, but screaming doesn't actually do anything around here, so good luck.
Oh, isn't that where the beds are only at, or?
Yeah, where are you sleeping at, Nosk? I mean, you guys haven't told me where you want your bed, so I've just been putting beds whenever somebody tells me where they want their bed. So
Well, I thought they were in the same. I guess
I can always add more later.
upstairs. So I'm pretty sure everyone would know that this is happening. The one who would be sleeping.
Yeah, you all very clearly hear Nosk making some pretty horrific noises from his room.
Is the one that usually heals around?
God, do you really forgot Nor's name?
No.
Wow.
Wow.
See how it is. I remember this when you need healing.
Hey Nosk, remind us who's the character who just died in the last session? How fast we forget.
Let me see something.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Harsh.
Hey, I remember poor Linda.
Yeah.
I, unlike the rest of my party, don't desecrate and forget the dead.
Is the hand still crawling around, or?
Yep, it's just making its way, trying to
I'd
find
probably go.
direction.
Shad will try to stomp on it as hard as he can.
All right, you stomp on it.
The trash.
Well, before that, I would say, hey, wait. Let's...
You hear a crunchy noise and it splatters.
Good.
I would want to go ask the. Well, I guess the party to see if they know anything about this.
Okay, Nosk goes unconscious.
Lovely.
Shad will shout for Nor. And Midril, I guess.
Okay, I guess I'll show up and be like, what?
He's unconscious.
Who's unconscious?
Nusk.
Oh,
A second little hand starts crawling out of his mouth.
oh well, that looks charming. Great.
Somebody
Did
turn-
you see what he ate?
Somebody
This
set
is
his
awful.
blood on fire. Make sure he's not a thing.
I guess I go a bit closer and look him over. How much would I be able to tell, and how much would I know at this stage?
Hugh, check.
Oh, great, that's going really well.
He looks fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be worried about it, guys. I think he'll be okay. He just probably needs a couple of shots of meat. That'll do it.
Shots of mead?
Yeah,
What are you?
yeah.
You're shooting mead?
Whatever. It's my focus zone. One shot
Woman
equals
doesn't
one
drink.
glass for the rest of you. So, you know, if you have a mug, have an entire mug. See how well you do with that.
I have.
And how many mugs have you had?
The little hand's starting to grow another hand.
Oh. That's new.
Is it still in his mouth or out of
Out
his
of his
mouth?
mouth in a pool of blood again. Now second hand growing out of the first hand.
Shad will stomp on it.
Crunchy noise makes it go dead.
My enemies.
I guess picking it up and looking at it, is there anything we can tell from it?
Wait, say that again?
examining the hand with the second hand, is there anything we can tell from it? What type of creature it is?
It appears to be an abomination. That just feeds on human blood.
So he needs new blood.
Yep, or it appears to be some sort of disease inside of him that's trying to grow something inside of him.
Is that your new
Can't
god?
clerics cure disease?
I can support that god.
Does Nora have cure disease?
God.
Maybe, but I think he's fine. Like, I don't see why I would waste my spells on him.
Nosk will not remember this. No.
Oh no, you're out. They're just stomping you, just like you're just vomiting blood over and over, even though you're unconscious.
If no one has any other plans, I vote we carry him over to the shopkeeper. I think he has a fair idea of abominations and how to deal with them.
I mean, I'm still asleep, so good luck.
Hang on, I have to find this.
Shad
What level
grabs
was
Nosk
Crazy?
and throws him over his shoulders in like a fireman's carry.
Alrighty.
Just let him. Oh,
I have an related question. Just to double check everything. We're still at level 7.
Yes.
Okay. As you were.
Good initiative. Let's go.
Alright, you guys make it to the shop. I'm sure you make some effort of covering the thing that's spouting blood, so you're not just carrying a man spilling blood in the middle of the streets. Alright, you get to the shopkeeper. Wow, what do we have here?
Shad throws Nosk down on the table.
Is this a willing victim
Or
to
dumps him there.
sacrifice?
He's vomiting up some sort of body parts, sentient body parts. We're not quite sure what's going on.
Bells,
How
Is
much
there-
would you pay us for him?
Nothing with the victim.
hang on, Bells, Nor, did you go with them?
I'm still getting set up at the new place.
Okay, that's fine.
I came with. I was curious.
I'll
I
make
mean,
sure
I was pretty
everybody-
sure I'm right, but whatever.
I
You
just
know,
want
I'm
to make sure everybody who is there is there.
Okay, yeah, just place yourselves on the map if you're there then, because I see Nosk.
It's just the 4 of them.
Okay, so that's there's just the 4 of you. Okay, so he goes, well, that's interesting. Don't see this kind of stuff very often. Is it for sale? He says.
Shall we
How
say
much
that
are you offering?
Well, I just want that thing that's coming out of him. That's very interesting. That's what I'm looking to buy. Is it that for sale?
Shall we say the price of that is the price of keeping him alive, healing him?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
That was not a good deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's like an appraise check to see if I just got rooked.
I mean, you talked before you checked.
You can try to beat his. You can make a sense motive if you want.
Yeah, just to see why he's so weak.
Hang on a second. Let me find his character sheet because I haven't used his character sheet in a while. There it is.
2 sessions ago, not even.
You realize how many characters I create per session?
Yes, but it's like this one comes in every session.
Yeah, he's like the mascot.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're in trouble. Let's go find this demon who wants our souls.
He says, well, this is kind of not really that valuable, but I have some use in... I know somebody who might have some use for this.
Oh shit.
Well, you already said yes, so assuming we have a deal. You are a man of the word, right?
Yes, I am on my word. Yes.
I'm renaming the
You,
shopkeeper
you,
Mima.
I would suggest you close your eyes for this next part, but you can look if you like.
Shad definitely looks.
Thank you. Because if I
The girl closes her eyes.
I'm also looking. I'm
All right,
curious.
the shopkeeper, like he lifts his hand, he like he kind of like, what's the word, like when you like you shrug your sleeves up,
Rolls
rolls up your sleeves. There you go. Thank you. I forgot that. That's so hard to remember. He rolls up his sleeves and a bunch of tattoos on his arm begins to glow a little red, and he just shoves his hand inside of Nosk's mouth and grabs something like speaking in abyssal, dragging. Come out here, you. I'll have some use for you, and just pulls this whole thing as it comes out fighting out of Nosk, but as soon as he does that, Nosk wakes up and he has this thing holding this thing by the neck.
So, do I remember anything?
You remember passing out and waking up here. So if that would be all, he says,
I'll say hello.
is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that the monster poison whatever thing is out of him, is there a check to identify it?
Just a knowledge planes. Does anybody in the part knowledge planes? You just know this one little demonic creature that just likes to it contracted through diseases, but eventually I don't actually remember the name of it, but it's kind of like that thing from the that you guys fought before, like the little red oubliette thing, whatever it's called. I forget the name of it, but yeah, that's how it would start. But those little that poison that he contracted from those spiders, which you guys already killed, would have spread that kind of disease. But it turns into demonic possession, which he failed horribly to this morning. So, but it's now out of him.
Which spider was it that affected him with that?
Those gargantuan ogre spiders.
Interesting.
Shad is still in favor of a zombie spider.
This just makes it that much more, beneficial.
All right, and it looks like F is looks for a cage, but doesn't appear like a normal cage, but it seems to be like a force field cage. Like like if you were making a prismatic wall, he just tosses that thing in there and closes the door. And watches the thing grow like a bunch of arms and begins crawling around inside of it. Like, oh, I'm sure I'll find somebody who can buy something like this.
Sounds nice. Not sure how I got here, but any news on this dagger? Because it's been helping me out pretty well.
Oh, you used it, didn't you?
Well, maybe just once or twice.
Well, there's nothing I can do for you now.
Farewell. We will remember you fondly.
What was that?
No, Snag is saying, remember you fondly.
Well,
Alright, shall we go back to the adventure?
nothing, huh? Sure. It's like I can't even pawn this
Back
off
to
anymore.
regularly scheduled.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just feel like we're dragging this part out too much, and I didn't mean for this to be dragging out this much, so I'm sorry. But if you guys still want to do something...
Oh, no. This is fine. I love the sidetrack. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know.
I'm for going back to the tower.
I'm good.
Nor, Nosk, you guys good? Good to go?
Yes, so if he can't help me or
Yep.
any tips.
Nope, I'll just suggest you stop using that, but, it's a bit late now. You already gave a taste of it. Okay then, back to the house. And you guys make your way back to the tower, right? Gather everybody here and make it to the tower. All right, as you guys get back to the tower here, no, Balnus is a little confused. And like, so, when did you guys get a teleportation of some sort? Like, I'm sorry, I'm keep playing your character. I don't mean to, but how will Balnus react to this random maze inside and then coming out of the other side of a teleportation place?
Be like, this is pretty trippy. How did that work again?
Magic movements. Leave it at that.
We just popped out the other side. This is really cool.
Magic friends.
Whatever you do, don't take the right turn when you get the option.
Right turn at Albuquerque.
I always take the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
So you guys kind of explained, like you spent a few hours during this last day, I guess, explaining to Balnus what you've been doing, like what you're looking for. Kind of give her like a summary, but probably not to spoil because you don't know if you trust this completely new person in the party, which like you guys, because you guys are always so paranoid about everybody anyway. So are you guys good to go and continue on the adventure, head back your path towards Escanor Lodge, or is there anything else you want to do in this tower?
Bells, are you good with the small undead army, including the undead giant around?
I mean, as long as they don't mind carrying me around, because I'm like a little small halfling, and I'm only like 2 foot something. So if I can catch a ride,
How would you feel about riding on a gargantuan spider?
Okay.
that might actually be
Brad,
cool.
Denied.
Brad, honey. We'll talk about that later.
All the corpses. Wasn't there a
Cool.
mound
My
of corpses?
sword is like denied.
Yeah, there was a bunch of bodies here between here and the woods, which you guys use that as a marker to find your way back to Shutter Woods.
So did we actually
And-
check anything out? Or
Isabel, if you would like to catch a ride on the medium-sized skeleton, Midral's happy to let you. She's already riding on the large one.
Can I get a Bells expanded? I can't actually see how what I'm looking at here. Oh God,
Carry all the things.
pretty neat.
that's a violent little halfling.
Mm-hmm. I recognize the picture from Arcane Trickster from the player's core rulebook.
I was about to say, is that like some kind of custom artwork?
It's pretty cool.
All right. As you guys are making your way through towards, keep heading south, where you're meant to be, going towards Escanor Lodge. Actually, I have a wall of text to read. Hang on.
There's my traveling music. Hang on. Let me get the traveling music going.
Okay. I'm sorry, you cast deserve to Squatch.
Nice.
All right, as you're walking through the forest, the good part happens. The pale corpse of a naked man hangs from a large yellow pine. Bound to the trunk with rough cords, his mouth is stuffed with large pale purple flowers, and his wrists and ankles are swollen and dark, with bruises marking where his bindings cut into his skin. I'm sorry, the music is so funny. But the large silver hunting knife embedded deep in his heart, since the most likely cause of death.
And before you ask, no, The Price is Right does not have the rights to this song.
How fancy is the dagger?
So far, you guys just are from a distance. Do you want to approach the body?
Not necessarily.
Shad will keep approaching unless somebody stops him.
Do a perception check for anything else around here.
Wait, so there's a body just floating?
No, it's you guys didn't listen. It was hanging. It's a body being that was hanged.
Hang. No, I know it was in the air. I didn't hear if it was hanging or if it was
All
floating.
right, you don't see anything with a perception of 13.
Where is Ma?
That's kind of musical with like a horror scene with that body. It's so perfect. Myrdral, however, Amara notices something. Notice it appears to be a half-ass trap in the middle of the, just very near the body. Nagi doesn't see it. Neither does Belnix.
Good thing we
I'll
have
point
that.
it out to Nost.
Okay, are we wanting to get close to this thing or go around? Is that going to attempt to disarm?
Well,
We
the
should
dagger
definitely check it out.
are expensive.
Yeah.
You very easily disable it. It was such a haphazardly made trap, but it would launch a bunch of bolts. So it appears to be like 4 terrible made crossbows, which you could salvage if you like. It is 5 bolts and 5 crossbows.
Well, that means it's not monster made. Always good.
You do notice that the bolts of the tips of the bolts appear to be coated in some sort of a liquid material.
What's the check?
Do you like
poison
it?
skill?
Knowledge Arcana to figure out what they are.
I roll a 4. Thank you.
1 second.
All the skills in the world.
Alright, Nora knows what it is. It's Silver Sheen.
Hell is silver sheen.
Roger appears its potency has been expired. So it's been used a long time ago. Alright, so now it is safe to approach the hanged man's body. And you do see the purple flower in his mouth, and a dagger. Appears to be a silver dagger embedded into this man's heart.
Tell me
Can we
something.
identify what the
Knowledge.
flower?
Knowledge nature. Do you want to identify what the flower is? Nor has no idea. Mitra, however, says, "Oh yeah, this is wolf's bane, a toxic plant noted for its ability to drive off werewolves or cure the curse of lycanthropy."
Oh, so he was a werewolf.
Alleged werewolf.
Mm.
Now, with that knowledge, can we see anything about his shape?
Yeah, then with that same knowledge nature, you easily pick up that yes, this man turned back into a human, and this werewolf was murdered by the silver dagger stabbed it through his heart.
Shad picks up a rock and tries to throw it at the dagger to knock it loose.
All right, dagger just falls on the floor pretty easily.
Can Clay reach and pull him down?
Hmm?
Can my monstrous skeleton reach to take him
Oh yeah,
down?
Clay, of course. Yeah, he can easily pick him up and put it on the ground.
So so these arrows and these bolts and these traps, can I tell how long they've been here? Like a time frame?
There's no way to tell.
Can I ballpark it like this week, this year, 10 years ago?
Wouldn't be later than a week. I mean, the crossbows appear to be in pristine condition.
Does the dagger appear to be magic?
Nope, it just says Masterwork Silver Dagger.
Anything else of value on the body?
Pants?
Pants? Quick, somebody check if their pants have invisibility.
No pockets or anything?
No, there's nothing else on this man's body.
Alright, so we've got some gaggle of, How far are we from civilization?
Well, if your maps are correct, based on what they told you, you're not too far from Escanor Lodge. Maybe a day or more,
Day, more than a day.
maybe a day or so,
Day.
you can get there.
Huh. Well, probably somebody at the lodge has a thing for werewolves. If I were to guess.
Well, guess we should get going. We're gonna go to the lodge.
Yes, I think we've taken everything we can from here.
All right. Is anybody gonna maybe bury this man or animated? I don't know what you guys do with bodies.
No, I don't want just another human body.
Oh, look at Miss Necromancer. So high and mighty. Humans are too good for her.
Not good enough, dear.
It's a werewolf.
All right. How about Noor? Would Noor like to do any sort of burial rites for this random stranger dead in the woods, or does Noor care?
Nor doesn't give a shit.
Nor, what is your god now at this point, actually? Now that I think about
Nor
it.
Gorbert.
Isn't he particular about the dead?
Not really. Actually, my previous god was more like into embalming and stuff like that. Gorbert's more into deceit, stealing, chaos. It's nice. I don't have to give a shit. Bye.
Alrighty then. Moving on.
Alright. The corruption of the party is successful.
All right. How about what does Belner say about all this that just transpired?
I'm just riding on the back of a spider or a human dead person. I'm not questioning anything at this point.
Fair enough. All right. Not too long after, you guys do arrive at Escanor's lodge. So, hang on a second.
I'm the only one who gave two shits about the dead's burial at any point in this campaign.
Just a moment.
Wow, this is huge.
I need to find the wall of text for the next part. It appears to be a large and decadent appointed manor deep in the heart of Shudderwood. It appears to be it looks like a hunting retreat of some sort. Next part, hang on. But it is walled and it has gates at the southern part of it.
Oh, the gates, I'm guessing, closed?
Yes.
Or any hand?
So we're down by D1, just under D1,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
You guys are pretty much down there.
Okay.
Are the gates manned?
Right now, just the gates are just closed.
Oh, we walked in?
Sorry, no, hang on. I started stretching the map. I didn't mean to stretch the
Okay.
map. There we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Somebody should probably knock.
I will have left all of the undead behind the tree line.
Ah, smart.
Do we want to bring Linda with us? Nor?
Oh,
Yes,
she's
please.
got-
Alright.
I'm not ready to let go.
Is anybody gonna knock on the gate or just try to open and go in?
I think
Shad will try to push the gate open.
The gate appears to be blocked, and after being you trying to push the gate, a guard appears on top of one of these towers here on the right side. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm Shad, and I can't actually remember why we're here.
I look at Nagy.
What are you looking at me for? You're the talker.
I think that was my.
Oi, let us in. There's shit out here that wants to eat people.
We're well aware. That's why we built a barricade and built walls. Why do you want to get in here? Do you have invitations?
Because there's a barricade and you have walls.
We don't want to get eaten. Come on, let us in.
Destroy a lot of things that are out there. Spiders, and bears, and tigers. Oh my!
During this conversation, there appears to be drawing the attention of a bunch of guests from inside the lodge, who onlookers seem curious, while others wear haughty sneers, but all whisper to one another as if anxious to see the outcome of this disagreement.
Well, I did try to say that we cleared a lot of the creatures out there.
Do you have invitations to get in here?
Do we
Of course.
We have the invitation from, out of character, I'm blanking on that dude's name, whose invitation we found dead in the tower.
He was alive, right?
No, he was one of the corpses.
You wouldn't want to turn away the son of the firstborn son of a baron, would you?
Oh, shit.
Baron, you say?
Yes.
Where from?
Brevoy.
I've never heard of that town before.
Brevoy is one of the biggest countries in Galorian.
These are mercenaries in the middle of a forest.
Fair enough, I guess.
Quick, roll bluff. See if you can just.
Or Numeria, I guess.
Yeah, roll bluff. See if you can out bullshit them. If you seem important enough, even. Maybe it'll work. I don't know.
You guys do have that invitation from Judge Daramid that you guys got. Are you guys gonna? Is that what you guys are trying to remember that you're gonna offer?
Yes.
That's what Mandy was
Yes, I knew there was some invitation we had.
Okay. He may I have that letter? He
I will hold it next to the gate. You may look at it very closely.
Well, then off you go.
You may
Then
not touch it. How do I know you're not just going to take it and keep us out here?
what do you take us for, barbarians? These guys look like nobles, like they're aristocrats, and they probably wouldn't do something like that.
So yeah, definitely barbarians.
Even an aristocrat can be a barbarian.
Yeah, I still want to sense motive or whatever this dude.
Okay, sense motive. He appears clearly annoyed with you.
Fine, take it.
He takes a few seconds to read your papers, rolls it back up, and passes back through you to the gate. And he says, I apologize for any misunderstanding, but as the porter of Escanor Lodge, I cannot permit your entrance at this time. You do not have reservations in your books, and despite your claims, I have no evidence to justify allowing strangers into the lodge. From the look of you, unlike the rest of my guests, you haven't come here to take a peaceful retreat. I want no trouble, so off with you all. Take whatever troubles you bring somewhere else.
You want us to take ourselves and all of our adventuring wealth elsewhere?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, off with you.
I look up at him. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries!
How thick does the gate look?
Yes, it went there.
Yeah. It's like, I hope you die in a burning battlefield of hamsters.
How thick does the gate look?
About 4 to 5 inches of solid wood, like lumber.
How many people look like they're on the other side of this gate?
There's a bunch of aristocrats, but there's only a few handful of mercenaries at the gate.
I say we go around.
Do we know the actual mission of why coming here?
We're looking for something that cult of necromancers stole.
Yeah, the whispering why you came here to research more about it, right?
Do we need to be subtle to do that?
Not necessarily.
All right.
Do we care about surprising them?
Not at all. Would you like me to go get the support team?
Hang on a second.
Hang on.
Let's do it.
Hang on. I want to try and appeal to reason and/or survival to this gentleman who I just called his mother a hamster and father an elder.
Okay, it is at this point that this guy shows up near the gate. Like this guy here, like shows up and he appears to be like an aristocrat, just like what you say. A rough and tumble-looking woodsman heads for the gate, followed by a young noble dressed in finely tailored studded hunting leathers. Despite the commotion, the two men pushed through the crowd, oblivious to anyone else's concerns. Several scruffy-looking hirelings followed behind them, leading a pair of horses and carrying wooden crates, marked with heraldic symbols. As they shuffle past, the woodsman calls back to the noble, "For the last time, Durstan, I'll take you there, but I ain't bringing my dogs." And he's heading for the gates. Like, open the gates at once, and he's trying to get out. And they open the gate, and as he's walking outside, and he takes a quick look at you guys. I could use the swordsman help. A couple handful of swordsmen. Are you available for work?
Sure, why not? Where are you going?
Hunting, obviously. Can't you see hunting apparatus when you see somebody? It's a bit like this is like a noble. It's like being as snobbish as a noble could be.
I thought it was a trade caravan at first look.
Potentially get information.
I thought he was going to trade furs in the city. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening? Sure, I'm on board with this idea.
I'm
It's
game.
not like we haven't killed enough things in this forest already.
All that and to actually have someone in here might be reasonable. Or something.
As he gets a little closer to you guys, he takes a better look at you, and he suddenly realizes that he's in the company of real adventurers and becomes somewhat starstruck. He quickly apologizes for his misbehavior, his treatment. Like, he's so used to seeing all these nobles and spoiled aristocrats that he's not used to seeing real adventurers walking around these areas. And he, of course, he asked you to join his hunt, which you guys said you're willing to.
Well, I am. I don't know about the.
Is this the porter that's apologizing?
No, this is just one of the nobles, Durstan. He says, "I am Durstan Silvio Ayer, sir."
Never heard of you. Let's go on.
If we help you,
So
will
what do
you
we hunt?
will you help us gain entry as part of your party or what have you?
Yeah, I'll pay you for it to spend the night on this hovel. This is clearly like a mansion in the middle of the woods, and he just calls it a hovel.
That's fine then. Yes, let's go kill you some whatever.
I'll offer. Of course, I'll also treat you to dinner. I mean, this place has some pretty terrible food, but I'm sure it's pleasing to real adventurers like you.
Mitchell.
What?
Get rid of the support squad.
Why?
He's a hunter.
Yes, and they're
Track a giant. You think
That's-
he
they're
can't track a
already
giant?
dead.
I do want to ask, I guess, when we're slowly getting towards the woods, what are we hunting? Increasing.
All right, hang on a second. This is where you guys go to event number 2 because you guys said yes to going on the hunt.
Hang on, if we're leaving, I go ahead and flip off the guard at the top of the tower before we go.
Okay, he flips you back.
Okay.
Shad grumpily goes with them, but thoroughly believes that we should have just knocked down the gate.
That's plan B.
All right,
calm
just
down.
outside the gates to the lodge,
There'll be plenty of time for not.
Durstan and he introduced his friend Dalgorus, mount up and begin to trot in the westerly direction. After a few miles, they reach the spot where a dead stag was found. Let me get there. Hang on. Different. Hang on. Yeah, so there's like you're approaching what appears to be like you're approaching from this side. Did the map switch to you guys already? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
dark, but
After a few miles, they reach the
Dark
spot
map.
where a dead stag was found. The trail leads to a small clearing where the trampled ground and snap brush show signs of a great struggle. The soil is soaked with blood, and more has splashed upon the tree trunks and leaves. Despite the telltale evidence, Dalgor's jaw drops and his eyes dart with wildly shock at the situation. "It's gone!" he cries.
is there bigger prey than what you took him down out here?
Give me a perception check real quick.
I mean, if it was just a stag, I'm sure something ate it.
Yeah.
Is there enough blood that was dead when it was taken off?
I see nothing.
Even with a perception of 9, you actually do notice 4 boars, very large boars, feasting on the carcass of that dead deer.
How do you feel about boar meat?
Go ahead and place you guys on the eastern part of the map there. The boars seems to have noticed your presence when the Dalgros shouted, "It's gone!" No, because he was, for a hunter, his wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So eastern part of the map.
It's eastern, yeah. Sorry.
I think a little more farther north, Bell.
I'm on the map, but I don't see any fog of war or whatever.
Oh, did I have dynamic lightning? Hang on.
Oh, dynamic lighting's working for me.
Yeah, I'll turn it. It wasn't meant to be on this one. Is there actual? You see fog of war in this one?
I just see black.
Yeah. Once I'm on it, I can see things around me.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Well, there's two. There's
Alright.
2 bells.
Yeah.
now.
There we go.
That might have been causing part of a problem.
I'm gonna clear the initiative here so you
Why
guys
does
can
it
roll
come
initiative
forward?
because it's random encounter with dire boars time.
Oh, please. Well, alright. Well, alright.
Jesus, okay.
I'm actually scared to roll here.
Of all the things we could do so well in
Oh,
initiative
okay.
for.
I'm just gonna nat 20 that. Yeah, that's fine.
Wow, way to waste the. I'm sorry, way to use your initiatives here.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously. We got 2 nat 20s and a 19. A 17 for dire boars.
Jesus Christ.
How big are these boars actually? 'Cause I know some
They're medium sized.
Large boars.
like some real life ones can get up to 1,000 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I think dire boars are around 1,000 pounds and like 8 or 9 feet.
All right, Nosk's first to go. These things are covered in deer guts and they look like they're hungry. And they look at you, all 4 of them.
They're not exactly the smartest things, though.
I will
You guys see the DM version of what I see here on the
get charged by
for you guys who are on the
I
stream.
will move up a bit. And
Nor just,
Oh, don't worry, Falcon. Things are gonna get really
just-
spicy. Do you
not
see the
Nos,
werewolves?
just,
That's coming.
delay for a
Don't
second.
wanna. It's not gonna spoil it. Don't spoil for them.
I want to be in range so I can throw my awesome non-curse dagger.
Okay, that's fine then.
All right, make an attack roll. Range attack roll.
Wondering if that's broken on my character. There's a lot of bonus. As I get the lowest almost.
Actually, I freaking shit. I didn't have the AC. Hang on a second.
Can't believe I missed a range.
I believe it.
You miss.
So, question is, does the dagger return?
Nope, the dagger is behind the board now.
All right.
I'll note that.
Oh, they're large animals. Sorry, I need to fix that.
Good thing I have a backup dagger.
The cursed one, you mean?
No, I threw the cursed one thinking it would come back, but I don't know what makes that happen. I just have a +1 for my off one.
Yeah, they are very large animals.
All right.
All right, so Nosk misses, and Nagi.
I came in with a fireball.
Oh God.
You put them right. You put them all in the like. How do I not just use a fireball right there?
Go for it.
So we're gonna have cooked board tonight.
That
Falcon,
doesn't
for this
like
one,
the
don't worry.
idea.
There's more coming up. They don't need to be. This is not need to be spice. This is the bait. I would call it.
Maybe we won't even have to skin it.
they got some really serious things coming up for them.
And we'll empower that fireball, actually. So, pow!
That's a little bit of overkill for a...
You say that.
Oh, that's the total damage? 25?
It's 38 and reflex for half.
38? Oh, because Empower is max.
Power is 1.5 the roll. DC 17 reflex for half.
Alright, so one of them made it. So it's 38 damage total?
Yeah.
Alright, they're all still there?
I figured these guys were beefy. No pun intended.
Yeah, they're a little bit beefy, but yeah.
Alright, just before when the Darbor goes, the aristocrat hunter, I got this. He shoots an arrow and misses horribly.
Yeah, that's
Can't
exactly
be worse
what I
than what I
expected.
did.
This Darbor will come over here and charge Goring Nosk. Where's the attack? Goring, and I'm gonna add 2 because they're charging. So that is, oh, that's a 1 on the die. Let's roll to confirm. Does a 15 hit your AC?
Nope.
Alright, somehow it missed you and hit the rock instead that you were standing on.
Nice.
I have 21 now.
Yeah, taking some
Also
damage from
nice.
the... Actually, he's gonna die from his own charge, really?
What?
I mean, if you were to charge into a tree head first, you'd probably die.
Yeah, okay, well.
That is.
He had 4 hit points left and he dealt 5 damage to himself. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Way to go, Nosk.
That is. I'll act like that was me, totally.
Alright, Belnus, you're up.
Cool. I am going to use my cool, nifty, something. I'm going to cast a Greater Magic Weapon. Or, yeah, I don't know. Hang on.
What? What is this sorcery with which you speak?
Yeah. I'm going to do something. I'm going to cast a Hypnotic Pattern at the other boars.
It's targeting all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Damika will save,
China.
probably. Yes.
Well, negates.
And the DC is 15. Okay. And the 14s are better. And they all failed.
Woot.
Now see how many hit die do
What
these
did that
things
do?
have. Let's need to check that. They have 5 hit die.
So we can have like.
You roll the 2d4.
Yep, go ahead.
I don't think I did.
Go ahead and roll the 2d4.
I mean, Snake Eyes is gonna get you 10.
Alright, so
Wow.
that's a 9.
Ah.
Alright, so that's a 9. Affected, so you can affect 2 of the boars. Okay,
Amazing.
actually no, you can affect one of the boars. You can get one of the boars affected.
Let's go for the one that's closer up, because we don't like that one.
Okay.
I have a better suggestion.
What's that?
Go for the one that evaded half of the fireball damage.
Well, that's happened to be the closest
Oh,
one.
I didn't realize that one of them evaded.
He happens to be the closest one too, so there you go.
Okay.
Aha!
So it was all part of her plan for sure.
Actually, this
Right.
was all part of my plan.
Okay. So it's fascinated by patterns and colors. Does that mean it's just stunned, or is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
So like,
If I recall correctly.
okay, shiny. All right, Shad.
All right. It seems very unnecessary, but Shad's gonna drop into rage. and then charge with a power attack.
Okay. Which one are you charging?
That guy.
Okay. Luckily, none of them have acted, because the only one who acted died by hitting himself in the head on a rock. So, go for it.
Okay. Just a sec. Oof, internet is rough. There we go.
Well, alrighty then. We have one less boar.
Alrighty.
Alright, Shad just split that boar in half. You see, that was a axe, right?
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Alright, just before Noor goes, the other hunter will light up his torch. Shoo, big creature, shoo! And Noor is up.
I forgot. Are dire like abominations, or are they just bigger versions?
They're just very large boars.
Dyers are usually.
So their meat's good to eat.
It should be, yeah. Alright, you kill that one.
Nor you know that your. Nor you know your whip has a 10-foot range, right?
Yes, I did know that, but I maybe temporarily forgot. Thank you for the reminder.
I just wanted to make sure you knew, because that was. I mean, you charge the giant boar as you want. Be my guest.
Did you want to be in the front, Noor, or did you want to be a little further
I'm
back?
in reckless headspace right now, so I feel like that would be in line with what she would do anyway.
So you're good where you are?
Gonna be all. Alright.
So
Sorry?
you're happy where you are now?
Sure. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, I like being at the front.
The dire boar would charge at you. Roar.
Oh boy.
Hopefully he's not going to roll a 1 again.
No, you can hit a 20 this time.
Oof. Ouch, that's max damage. If a 19 hits your AC, that is. Does that hit your AC, Noor?
Yeah, it does. I have 17. So.
Alright, 20 points of
I
damage.
guess I better heal myself next
As
turn.
you get gored.
At least I can take it. So that's good.
Nice.
Alright, Myrddraal.
Alright, cool.
El Kabong!
I was in the cartoon since I was a kid. Sorry, go ahead, Myrddraal. Shocking grasp, okay.
Oh, now you just being cheeky.
When that fails miserably.
You adding your base attack bonus to that as well? I don't know if that is.
Yes, I am. That was a 1.
Okay.
No, that
No,
was
that
a
was-
5.
Okay, you're right. That's not.
Yeah, that was a 5 plus what's your BAB?
My BAP's a 3, so it should have been
8.
an 8.
Alright, what's this thing's touch AC? Let me see. Are you missing anything else in there?
Nope.
Okay, unfortunately you missed it by 1 then.
That seems about right. Okay, Linded's gonna try to finish it then.
Help.
Yes, dear, go help.
That's not terrifying at all.
She's a fresh corpse, so hopefully she won't be noticed.
The hunter turns to Myrddraal and says, why do you have a person? Why do you have a dead person with you? Yeah, I can't hear you, Mandy, if you're trying to say.
Sorry, no, I was trying to think of what I was gonna say.
Really? Lynn dead.
She is my friend, and if you have a
That's-
problem with her disability, you have a problem with all of us.
All right. No one to judge.
Did she hit with a 16?
Yep, and she kills the boar.
Nice.
All right, next part of this
Well-
thing. Hang on 1 second.
It wasn't the hit that you guys were looking for, but well, this will
All right, once you finish off the boar, hang on a second. Thurston comes over to the body. Yeah, the body's there. So I forgot to put the body. Great, way to go. Okay. The Thurston wastes no time inspecting the carcass of the stag. The task is a little over his head, however, and he requests you for help, asks you for help, trying to figure out what happened to the stag besides the dire bars.
Oh, well, if it looks more than just that, I'll take a look. If I can.
You looking for how it died?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what killed this thing, because look at the size of this bite marks.
What would that be? Knowledge, nature?
Yeah, knowledge, nature,
Survival.
or survival. Yeah, survival works too. Mirtro has no idea. Bounties has absolutely no idea. Large creature.
Wow, you guys.
Yeah, large creature for sure.
Wow.
There's a lot of blood. It's hard to see.
Hang on, where's my survival?
Noskal's like, oh yeah, looks like a very large creature.
I'm slightly disappointed that my dagger
It
didn't
dies.
come
That's
back.
what I figured out. It dies.
I'm disappointed that my dagger didn't come back.
Is it gone?
Oh, the dagger's
No,
on the ground.
it's- I'm guessing. So, wondering if this thing's broken.
Do you want to go pick it up or leave it on the ground?
If it was all. Well, I can wait to see if the hunters are eyeing it. Or saying, I could even suggest, do you guys want this useless dagger?
The other hunter's like, sure, I'll take it. He grabs it off the ground and puts it on his pocket.
Did you give away the dagger that you missed with, really?
That was the cursed dagger, Nagi.
Doesn't he have to sell it though,
That's
in
what
order
I
for the
thought.
curse to be broken?
Yeah, we don't know if
Perhaps.
that actually worked.
Well,
I don't think it will. I think once the hunter starts walking away, the dagger's gonna go back in his pocket.
Alright, can we please time out his loot for that terrible pun?
What pun? Oh, I see it, Chad. When a dagger doesn't come back after throwing it, it isn't cutting edge technology. Nice.
That's funny.
Well done. Well done.
Well, we'll see if it does come back to me or not. But I am.
Hey, yeah, we're gonna find
Well,
out sooner or later.
Chad, of all
The
all
only
people here in the group, says, "Oh, these appear to be werewolves' bites."
Oh,
Charming.
have you guys ran into werewolves lately? Any previous ones?
Yes, I am a vowed werewolf hunter, as you can see. You probably found my dead one on the way to Escanar Lodge, haven't you?
We found a body hanging in a tree. Was that yours?
Yes, of course. And I'm sure I killed more
Yes.
werewolves with my very careful placed trap.
Oh yes.
It was so cunning we didn't even notice it.
Oh, as you can see, it killed one of our friends, Lyndon.
Oh, Jesus.
Ow.
I mean, you should
Yeah.
feel bad.
if I didn't know, if I didn't miss that throw, I would have kept it. Just for FYI.
Sorry, what was that, Nosk?
or if it would have returned. I was just giving clarification on that whole dagger thing and why I chose that way of thought.
Okay, so you gave it the dagger away. The dagger doesn't seem to come back.
So why are there so many werewolves around here anyway?
Well, I heard that these woods were haunted and had many werewolves. Since I am trying to become a better werewolf hunter, I just figured it's a good place to come.
So you dragged us along on a werewolf hunt.
And that is at this point that his other friend Dalgros looks at him like, you know what, this is a full Zern. Whatever did this to this stag can easily just rip us apart in half. I'm out of here, and leaves, just immediately leaves.
Under my breath, well, I mean, if you fire as well as you shot those boars, I don't blame the guy.
And then Durstan looks at you guys and says, well, clearly you are much better adventurers than my previous help. So, should you still decide to stick around and help me with my werewolf hunt, I'm sure we can find and slay many werewolves ourselves.
Say enslave.
You're willing to pay.
Slay, not enslave, sorry. Well, I am your ticket into Askinar Lodge, as you want to get into that little hovel.
That was the price for us helping you kill a stag or a boar or whatever. Werewolves are a bit more expensive.
No, I hired you to get the werewolves. The stag is where we found what we thought were on a werewolf attack, as we just concluded that was the case. So now we begin the true hunt.
We're going to need some silver weapons if we're hunting werewolves.
Oh yes. He opens up his coat and he hands you a few silver daggers.
When he's
Daggers?
not, I'm going to slip them into my... Yeah.
You want Shad to use a dagger?
Well, I guess I'll take one of the daggers.
Okay, once Dalgros leaves, he gets right into business. He recommends that they set up a central camp, lay beta traps around the perimeter, and wait for the wolves to come to them. He also splits his hirelings, because he had a couple hirelings in him, so he splits into 2 pairs, instructs them to bait the perimeter and keep watch.
At some point while all this is going on, Shad quietly asks Myrdral if it would be easier if we just, like, if we killed him, for instance, and you reanimated him, how animated could you make him look?
As long as we didn't do a great deal of physical damage, I imagine it would be passable.
Well,
And then why don't we just kill him and use him to get back into the lodge? Who cares about werewolves?
He may be worth a great deal of money alive. I was thinking we could hold him for the ransom and see how that goes. Killing's always an option.
What, after the lodge?
Oh my god.
Well, yes.
I mean, I feel like if we get inside the lodge, we can kill all the guards and just hold everybody in there for ransom.
That is a good point.
Oh my god.
Are you afraid of a few werewolves?
I'm not afraid, but werewolves don't normally carry much with them.
Oh, this is great.
There's not going to be money in it.
Look, it's easier if we just let him die while fighting the werewolf.
If we let him die while fighting the werewolves and then reanimate him to get back in, then they're going to know that he's dead, because werewolves don't do subtle damage.
No. We kill him, we kill the werewolves, and we bring them all back there.
Hmm.
How does that
Takes
benefit
more
us?
time.
Him? Yes.
Do you know what werewolf pelts are worth these days?
No, I don't. What are werewolf pelts worth these days?
Chat, if we kill the Starkeeper animation, will we get a discount? Oh my god.
Might be a little tricky in this campaign. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyhow, so as they're setting up, he begins to set up a small camp in a tent, and he pours each of you appears to be a very exquisite brandy. Like, he has a very expensive bottle of brandy, and he pours them into little, very fancy-looking glasses, and hands it one to each of you, and drinks one himself. he asks you to tell your exploits and tell me all your adventures. I'm eagerly waiting to listen, hear them.
Well, have you ever heard of some giant spiders? And I guess recently, how close are they to here?
Yep, is it? You mean like hand-sized spiders or like nail-sized spiders? What kind of size spiders are you talking about?
These things were, I guess one would say, ogre-sized. They were bigger than a human.
Oh, please tell me more. He pours another brandy and continues to drink.
Well, our party was waylaid actually on our way to here by quite a few of them giant ogre-sized spiders, and then they had some of them were smaller, but most of them were the larger ones, bigger than humans. We after I guess a long battle, finally defeated. I forgot how many were there, Maggie. I know you love spiders, so he could probably tell you the.
Ask Mitchell. She was the one taking inventory.
All right, and after you're kind of half talking, he goes and says he entreats you to tell him. He probably tells him his own prowess as a werewolf hunter. To date, he said he's lanes 3. In fact, he's quite pleased with it. And as to punctuate his accomplishment, he shows off his scar ward, a strange scar on his shoulder given to him by a local witch that purportedly grants immunity to the curse of lycanthropy. The reasons offer you to hire her to give you a scar ward as well once they get back to Escanor Lodge.
So you killed 3 werewolves?
Yes,
How long have you been in this profession?
about a week.
That's slightly better.
Sounds pretty legit.
What were you doing before this?
Well, accumulating vast amounts of money, of course.
That's good. What made you decide to run around fighting werewolves?
I wanted to spend my money elsewhere, so I decided to hire a crew and go hunt some werewolves.
So you spent all your money coming out here to do this?
Well, not all my money. I have plenty of money back at home.
Where are you from originally?
So I'm surprised you did not know. And like he gives you, after I gave you my name, like I'm very famous where I'm come from.
Would we have known? Or?
Now, like this is just a noble, being a noble.
Your family very large?
Say again?
I'm just asking what your I guess lineage is.
And he goes on and on,
Are
and
you
talking
from-
about how he's the son of so and so, and the daughter, which is the son of so and so, and he goes on and over about 30 minutes.
Does anybody
No, no,
have
no.
knowledge nobles?
Yep. Anybody have knowledge nobility? You can roll for it right now.
Nope. I took history, not nobility.
I'm checking. One sec. To connect here. I think I've got that. Yeah, I do. There we go.
All right. You recognize, even with the coat of arms on all his stuff, along with his name, the creature belonged to the noble house of Ariasir of Ardeo. Yeah, so he's pretty filthy rich noble.
Which,
Is
I don't know.
Ardeo travel distance for us?
Campaign does not specify.
So no.
Okay. So we can't go to his house and steal all his stuff.
Oh, God.
We can't just take them.
Entirely up to the GM.
Side quest.
Side quest.
Man, book
Jesus.
fail.
Is there anybody you guys do not murder in this campaign?
We're not bodyguards. We're mercenaries.
All right. So at this point, halfway through this conversation, you hear loud scream coming in the direction where it used to be where the hirelings were.
Oh, that's always a good sound.
Oh, good, live bait.
And at the same time, you hear more screams that come in the other direction the other pair of hirelings were at.
Which ones are we going to?
And at this point,
Do you think we have either?
At this point, the Duristan gets up, pulls his bow apart. To arms, my friends. We must prepare for battle.
Oh, well.
Said like someone who hasn't done this enough. Which direction are we going?
Go towards the most recent sound. Let's go that way.
Shad starts running in that
All right,
direction.
same map. We're gonna use the same map. Put yourselves here on the eastern side again.
Yeah. Some buffs would probably be a good idea. So we were mage
He
armor.
walks slowly.
I don't even know if poison would work on werewolves.
Oh yes, it would.
It's at this point that you see the wolves just pretty much picking up on the hirelings and just splitting it in half like it was a twig of paper, a stick.
Where the fuck is my shield spell?
Like you just see them picking it up and just staring right at you.
Those are some pretty badass looking werewolves.
Shad drops into rage the second he can see them in view.
All right, hang on one second.
Nor you may want to step back just a smidge.
Alright, so when you first arrive at this scene here, this is actually a description here. You find the body of one dead hireling on the ground and a huge gray-furred werewolf with two huge gray-furred werewolves with bloody jaws holding the lifeless body of another whose throat has been torn open. The second werewolf hides in the not hiding in the shadows. I screwed that up. Never mind.
Little ambush that was.
Alright, the werewolf drops the body he's holding and commands them to stop, demanding to know why they have entered Volsag territory.
You didn't have any signs up.
Good.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Shad,
Go ahead, werewolf hunter.
Come again, one at a time. I'll start with Midro.
Go ahead, werewolf hunter.
He shoots an arrow and misses him horribly.
Remind me again how you killed 3 of these things?
Your false explanations are meaningless. Go tell whoever sent you to stay out of wolf affairs. Let him know that his dealings with Matus Mordernacht and the Silverhide Pact do not sit well with the other tribes of this wood. There shall be much blood spilled between our kin before a Silverhide Pact lord sits upon the high throne. Matus the Betrayer shall never claim the title, and should you and yours continue to support him, the wrath of the wolf pack shall fall upon him. Now leave our territory and return to your cozy wooden den, or share the fate of this poor little sheep.
Can anybody translate that into normal people speak?
So the werewolves are in the middle of a clan war, and we just walked into it.
Oh.
Did he accuse the hunter of being part of the war, or there's a little mishearing, I thought.
Hang on. So you guys are fighting with other Volstag, and that's it. Is that right? Did anybody? Is that right? Look to the left. Look to the right.
They appear to be really angry at you right now, and like I'm almost about to pounce and attack you if you don't leave.
Yeah.
Is anybody else for just leaving them to fight each other? Anybody else?
I very much so. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not.
He meant the humans. That's why he was pointing towards the humans. He just split in half.
Ooh.
These humans are helping.
Ooh.
But at this point you should have
so-
absolutely no idea what it is that they're talking about. There's what you assume is a clan
Actually,
war. You have absolutely no idea.
But they seem to think that Hunter guy and his underlings are on the other side.
Right.
Also, well, so if we've been here more than 6 seconds, then Shad would have attacked because he dropped into rage upon seeing them.
Well,
All right.
shit.
Roll initiative.
Damn it, Shad.
You remember what it said,
All in
Falcon,
favor
about
of
being
leaving
very
Shad
terrifying?
behind along
This
with
is
the
it.
Hunter?
Oh, useful.
All right, fine.
He's useful. It's spongy.
This guy's hit so freaking hard too. I was not looking forward to this encounter. This might actually TPK somebody, might kill somebody in one single attack. I was not
Where's
looking
my
forward. Oh god, yes. Oof. Yikes.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't Chad gone before me?
What is this?
Yes. Perfect for fighting werewolf. Can't even talk.
Sprinkles is staring at me because he hears the sound through my head. I'm like, what the hell?
I actually never heard of this.
Alright, Nosk, looks like battle is upon us. What do you do?
Shouldn't,
Well,
wait, so
Shouldn't I get my
Shad get a surprise?
unexpected
Yeah,
attack?
Shad, you can
like
take a
an
surprise attack. Yeah, go ahead. Take your surprise round.
On this guy. And my rage is a fired rage.
Okay. God, these things have so many hit points.
Alright.
Miss!
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Oh, that's
hang on a
bad.
sec. Hang on. Oh, that's the wrong stat. Okay, no, that's a hit.
Yeah, I was about to say, if 29 doesn't hit, we're in a lot of trouble.
What kind of weapon are you using?
Flame Forged Butcher's Axe.
Okay, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you thought it would.
Oh, here we go. Where are those knowledge nature rolls, quick?
Alright, Nosk, looks like Shad has initiated diplomacy.
Aggressive negotiations it is.
Let's see.
The music is played by one of the players, by the way, if anybody's wondering.
I think I can just get there.
He takes care of all the sound effects if he wants to do them.
And I would like to try to attack with my +1 dagger and rapier. Or does something else appear in my hand?
Well, the body that was just split in half by this thing was the one you gave the dagger to. The dagger is still on the ground beneath him.
Convenient.
But I have noticed.
Yes, you do notice. It's right in front of you.
But I think
That's more epic battle.
I'll try to just attack it with what I have. Not waste the turn. If I'm able.
So you're just attacking with your regular weapon? That's definitely, they're both misses. Oh, sorry, the second one's not a miss. Because they're flat-footed. Yeah, that's a hit.
Flat-footed.
They haven't acted yet.
I actually forgot.
It doesn't seem to do any
I'll be
damage to them,
using
however.
I'll be using the dagger you gave me, right?
Oh, and you need to do the sneak attack. You didn't add any sneak attack to the second attack, so just go ahead and roll. If you had, we're just gonna take the damage. So roll the sneak attack.
Well, I wouldn't get sneak attack. Would
Yeah,
I?
they haven't acted yet, so if they haven't acted yet, you also get a sneak attack.
So just on that rapier.
Mm-hmm.
So sneak.
All right, it seems to do a little bit of damage. Luckily, we preserved the 2 points of damage there, so we don't have to do much math. All right, the one at the top, from here, actually doesn't even need to move. From there, he's just gonna attack Shad.
The one in the upper
Yes.
corner is attacking
Yep.
me? Oh, the one right in front.
The one at the
That's a lot of reach.
huge creature, range 15.
Wow.
Dang.
These guys like.
All right, does a 34 hit you?
34 hits me. Let me double check. I think my AC is 17 while in range.
And did you charge?
No, I didn't need to.
Okay, so 16 misses then.
Just a second. 16 is exactly my.
All right, so it
AC
confirms
right
the
now.
critical hit. So you take 34 points of damage, and then it's gonna bite.
Ow.
This is not good. This is bad.
And. Okay. Oh, actually, I get 2 points back because I have damage reduction.
Oh, and they went into a rage, by the way. They appear to be barbarian werewolves.
Oh, good.
Lovely.
Alrighty, Nagi.
Hang on, I'm seeing if I can turn my weapon into a silver weapon with my arcane. Hold on a second.
And when does the barbarian get a DR2 to everything? Is it like level 10 or something?
For Blood Ragers, I think it's level 7.
Nice, okay. So you have DR2 at this point?
No, I have DR1, but it was 1 point against the Greatsword and 1 point against the
No, I
Bite.
got it. And I was just saying, because you say, because we are level 7 right now, that's why I was wondering if you shouldn't have 2 by now.
Yeah, nope, just the one, but it took 1 away from each.
Ah, come on.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me. Alright.
Alright,
Oh,
Nagi.
that sucks. Which one of these went already? Top one or the
Top
bottom?
one.
They have a reach of 10, right?
15.
15.
They just hit Shad from where they were up there.
Yeah. So the only way I can close that gap is then. I'm gonna delay until after Bells goes because I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm doing.
So you want to delay your action and let Belnis go?
Then after Bells, yeah.
Alright, go ahead, Belnis.
I'm gonna cast Unerring Weapon, and that will give me a +2 on attack rolls. Well, +3 on attack rolls, and it can apply to my sling staff. So I'm gonna use that, and when I cast a spell on any weapons that I have, they get flaming weapon attribute. So this should be fun.
Cool. So you cast your spell and you're done for the turn. You gonna move or you're happy where you are?
I'm good where I'm at. I mean, I'm small. I don't need to move.
Okay. Nagi, are you ready for your turn?
I'm gonna have to because.
Wait. Sorry, because nobody's actually done anything yet since mine. It should have been a blur on both of those attacks. A 20% mischance.
Oh, on you?
Yep.
Okay, hang on. Alright, well, guess they got lucky.
Yep.
Cross-check this. Types instead of weapon damage. Okay, yeah, that's legal.
I'm scared.
They're werewolves. I know they're weak to silver damage. I'm trying to get around damage reduction. Okay, so I'm gonna use a arcane point to change my weapon from weapon damage to fire damage. And I'm going to bladed dash into the wolfling, volksting, whatever the hell this thing's called.
Okay, provoking.
A blade dash ignores provoking.
Okay.
That was the point of using it. I know you get like I got 15 squares I gotta get through. Actually, gonna go with this one. And I just get an attack on the back end of that. Circumstances equal to my intelligence modifier.
Would I have gotten a provoked attack?
No, because none of them had acted before, because you were the top of the round.
That 15 and 4, and so you have to become that. Wow. All right.
Okay, that will hit.
That's 9 fire damage, not 9 weapon damage.
Okay. That's it for your turn?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, this one Stalker that's right in front, at the bottom will howl, and like as loud as he possibly can. And this is where I need everybody to give me perception checks.
I already don't like that.
Hey man, no, we should have talked.
Did everybody give me perception?
Yeah.
Okay, Mitchell doesn't seem to hear it, but it looks like everybody else who didn't roll a 1 will hear it. Nora also didn't hear this. Oh, actually, no. With a 7, you would hear it. It's not an automatic fail. Alright. The Primal glare at you, expecting you to leave and return to your lodge. Since you are moving to attack, he howled almost immediately. Another wolf echoes their cries, then another, and another, and another. Spreading through the darkness until the entire wood seems to be resound with bone-chilling howls. He says, "Leave, now."
I look at the party and say,
I mean, I'm all for leaving, but we have Shad, which is a bit of an issue right now.
Well, Shad, you clearly hear that you are completely surrounded. What would Shad do? Does Shad need a will save to break out of rage, or how does Shad want to respond to this?
I don't. I mean, you can drop. Technically, you can drop rage at any time as a free action, but
Can you?
I think so. Let me double check.
I'm all for retreat. I can take down 2 of these things. I don't know that I can take a whole forest down.
"Oh, Chad did make the perception check, right?"
Yes, you clearly heard what appears to be a couple hundred of them.
Holy shit!
Well, I know I'll survive.
You don't have to run faster than the monsters, just faster than your friends.
One better. I don't have to run faster than you if I can fly.
Fair enough.
Oh damn!
It's like, I'm not worried here.
Look, is there a cliff I can
And I will
just
take bribes to carry somebody.
Yeah, no, the wolf took its free action to say leave. Now waiting for you guys if whether or not you want to use your free action. But we're waiting for Shad to see, because Shad is one that matters.
That's the problem.
All right,
I'll try
let's
to.
do. I didn't have something already set up for this, so we'll just say it's a DC 10 will save.
'Cause I can
Okay,
attempt
so I'll
to
break.
go back.
Alright, so if you save, it means you break out of it?
Yeah, I just picked something because I can't really find anything that. It says all the color text says is you can end your rage as a free action.
Yeah, Blood Rager can end their rage as a free. An end a rage as a free action when Blood Rage ends fatigued for a number of rounds equal to twice the number of rounds spent in Blood Rage. Cannot enter new while fatigued or exhausted,
So
etc.
just one round?
etc. So you
So
can
I'm-
end it for free your fatigue though
Yeah.
for 2 rounds. Okay, I'm fine with this idea.
I don't know.
Really?
Does fatigued half my speed?
Alright, so the choice here, are you guys are making a run for it? Are you gonna try to take the hireling bodies or leave them behind?
Oh, I'm leaving them behind. I'm just gonna leave. Like,
Like,
I'll just walk
sure.
away. If they're gonna let us just walk away, I'll walk away. I'm done.
Yeah, I'll like slowly try to back away. Sorry for getting in the middle of your core.
Durstan is like, yeah, this might be a bit too much of a challenge for us. We probably should retreat. Because he did so much for this battle. He helped you guys tremendously.
Once we were like earshot away or more, I'd say, did you know there was freaking an army out there? How'd we like shedding the hell out of this
And
guy?
he says, well, I was not aware of the size of the werewolf population in these woods. I heard there were a few, but not this many. We surely are in trouble.
Say,
And it's
are there
interesting.
other-
Why did they think that you were on the side of their enemies fighting on behalf of the other tribe?
Your guess is as good as mine, he says.
No, I think your guess is better than mine, so please tell me what your guess is.
Probably has something to do with that accursed hovel. I'm sure all the stories about it being haunted has something to do to have been scaring these werewolves.
Hey, can I see that bow of yours real quick?
He hands you
I
his
don't
bow.
think I would have enough time to loot.
Say that.
He
Again.
hands you his bow.
Are we on the map where we say we are? I mean, is this like where we're at on the map?
Yeah, but
I think we are walking back now,
you
yeah?
could be, if you're a little
No,
further
no.
away from them at this point, so that you manage to break free, and you keep hearing the howl as if they're like herding you back towards the lodge.
Like, wait, are we still like a matter of feet away? Or...
Like no matter, unless you're going towards the lodge, you're hearing howls in every other direction except towards the lodge. Almost like they're making sure you make it to the lodge and not go back into their territory.
Okay. Chad, can you break his legs?
Wait,
Yes.
why are we breaking my legs?
That wasn't. That wasn't a question. That was a can you do it like now?
Let's give him one more opportunity to give us more information than he has.
God, this party.
You heard him,
This is
Jared. This is your
exactly- this is
opportunity.
going exactly how you think it's going.
Yes, I know it is. No, but if you can do a sense motive, but yeah, he appears to be telling you the truth when he has no idea why these wolves think we have anything to do with their disputes. And Shad, with that intimidate, he now has yellow pants, but seems to be telling you the truth.
So I wouldn't have had enough time to regather all the things that were dropped, right?
Right.
Just making sure. Standing in front of a gigantic werewolf.
Do you want to check your pockets?
Well, when we're back at relatively safe.
Yeah. Yeah, the dagger's back.
Damn it.
The previous owners seem to have died in a horrible death.
Go in now, right?
You're just outside, and it's at this point that hang on, there's more wall of text coming. Hang on.
Sorry, what was that?
Hang on, I got something that's about to happen here. 1 second. I got more. As soon as you get back, something changes. Hang on. And I think if we ever play another module, I'm gonna make sure we play one of the more modern ones. The these like old ones, they don't really have like, it's really hard to follow where one part goes to another. Like they jump all over the book instead of keeping a logical sequence of events.
I think there's some that are like really good, but I think Carrion's just kind of one of those middle of the grounds from what I hear. Could be worse. We could be playing City of Thieves.
Okay, yeah.
And I've heard nothing good of that one. Uh-oh. Oh, no, wait, that was...
Alright, so after you reach back to the Escanor Lodge, the same person that was there at the front, now the halfling porter, he greets them and he wears an apologetic grin and carries a silver tray holding hand-carved wooden mugs containing a steaming hot chocolate.
How the hell did we get chocolate all the way out here?
Bellic calls out and beckons you guys to come in. He says, "Please accept my most sincere apologies for my inappropriate behavior earlier. I was not informed of your coming and acted hastily on behalf of the lodge warden. I can assure you that you will suffer no further ill treatment during your stay in Escanor Lodge." He politely offers you the PC's hot chocolate and then continues. Does anybody take the hot chocolate?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I would make sure someone else drinks it first, though.
Alright,
Right, because delayed poisons don't
Shad will drink first.
Alright, just delicious hot chocolate. If it's convenient for you, my master requests your company at this time for a brief introduction and to offer his apologies as well.
Don't see why not.
Delightful. I suppose I should give the hunter his bow back since I'm not going to snap it and leave him for dead.
Guess I'll, yeah. I should return the silver dagger, right?
I said, I'll keep it. I think my hunting days are over.
Your hunting days never started. Moving on.
Harsh.
Let's go to the warden then.
Okay. So this is who you go to meet. It's this guy right here. His name is, he introduces, actually there's a wall of text about it. Hang on a second.
Oh, please tell me his name is Odd von Stuck the 19th.
No, okay. Since you accepted the invitation, he goes, yeah, the Bellic, no, the halfling that was the porter at the door, leads you to the lodge through the great hall and up the south stairs, stopping at the door to the reference library area D30. That's the second floor. I gotta go to the second floor. Let me get the second floor.
Wow, how big is this place?
There's the second floor. It is a mansion in the middle of the woods. It's a lodge, pretty much a hunting lodge.
How many hunting lodges you've been to, but I would describe them as mansions in the forest.
Yeah, so as you go up the stairs, stopping by a D30 where he's sitting by a fireplace reading a book.
This puts the friendly
Yeah,
arm in.
yeah.
shame.
Bellic bows low and presents a formal introduction. Esteemed guests, may I present you Estovion Lazarov, Lodge Warden of Escanor. And he just goes down the stairs. And you guys could place yourselves at the third if you want to, but not necessary. But you can if you want to.
Eh.
Oh, slightly, I guess. Do
And of course,
whatever.
this is where
Greeting
the
bow or something.
this is where he begins to speak. Please do not hold the actions of my porter against him. The error in your improper greeting was entirely mine. I neglected to inform you my staff of open invitations. I gave the order. He paused here to wink. And then they did not recognize the reservations. Rest assured, however, that all the lodge's facilities are at your disposal, including our libraries. While the general library is down the hall, this one, he says, gesturing at the bookfield shelf, is likely better suited to your research.
Does he know what we're trying to research? Or is it on the invitation?
Well, clearly, if your invitation came from Judge Daramid, you're obviously searching on behalf of the Palatine Order, and you're clearly doing some research into the Whispering Way, yes?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. So yes. So yeah, enjoy yourselves here. Enjoy your stay.
How come you guys built a lodge so close to werewolf territory?
Well, see, we didn't know there were werewolves here when we built the hunting lodge. But honest mistake, honest.
What do you think of their little werewolf war?
Say again.
What do you know of their fighting?
I wasn't aware there was a fighting. We heard lots of howls tonight. We never heard this many howls before. We always just assumed there were just a few wolves, but tonight was terrifying. You must have found something very, very big out there.
That's
Yes.
bigger.
Shad needs a cleric.
Shad needs a cleric.
My apologies, but I regrettably have some business to attend to this time. Bellic is waiting for you outside the door, just down the hall. He shall show you to your rooms. Feel free to ask him for whatever you need. He takes his leave.
I could toss us a heal before we move forward.
Hmm?
Top us up a little bit.
Is it alright if I bring my servants in?
Servants?
Yes. Will there be space for my servant?
Sure, I guess.
Wonderful, thank you.
That's-
You did say yes.
Alright, shall seek out the only available guest rooms, lodge areas D26B and D26E. Alright, so he shows you to the little halfling comes in and shows you the areas B and E. And these are actually larger than it appears on the map. Each of the squares are actually 10 foot, and there's more than 2 beds on each. They're actually much bigger. But there's plenty of room for the 2 of you, for all 6 of you to sleep in the 2 rooms. And you can decide how you're going to split the party here between the B and E.
Are you camouflaging your pets? Or how many are you bringing?
No, he said I could bring them in. I'm bringing them in.
Alright, and as the
Alright, everyone who is hurt, heal for 24.
Well, alright.
Alright, Durstan, who is still with you guys on that noble, says, wow, well, I already take care of your expenses here at the lodge, so you don't have to worry about the minuscule amount. The guy you just went hunting with.
Most appreciated. Who's doing, I guess, the lead of research, or are we kind of all taking bits
That
and
would
pieces?
be probably the person with the highest intelligence and or research.
And it's also, as you go into this room, these rooms are like beyond ridiculous on how, like, the luxury that you find in these rooms. Like the beds, like, are made of material that are so soft, like you've never seen before. Like the fireplace is impeccable. Like this was just built super recent. There's all sorts of food prepared at your room when you arrive. Food that you never even seen before, prepared locally through hunting from hunter food. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anything easily hideable on person?
Well, I mean, for people with bags of holding and haversacks,
Oh yeah, true. We do have a couple of those.
You could easily take anything you want here, nobody would even notice, because, you know.
they're stupidly filthy riches. Bunch of rich people in the middle of hostile territory. This can only end well.
Eventually, you do find your way downstairs and, like, realize how much these rooms actually cost, and you see how ridiculous it is that you guys are here.
This ain't right. Something
Like,
ain't right.
10,000 gold per night.
Is the cost of staying here?
Yes, per night.
Huh.
Obviously, we're comped. But
These people hunt people. They're gonna hunt us. For sure.
I don't know about
And
that.
Durstan comes over to you and say, do you still want those scar wards to avoid werewolves from biting you and, you know, getting lycanthropy? I'm sure I can get the madam to get you a scar ward as well.
What's the cost?
I don't know. Never. She didn't charge me for anything. She just made the scar.
Hmm.
Can I see that? What were the scar? For
He
a
shows
second?
his shoulder where the scar is.
Oops, wrong button. That's not what I was trying to click.
Yes, you can, is lewd. It doesn't seem to do anything. It seems to be like from you looking at the scar. It doesn't seem like the scar actually does anything. Basically, it's like a wives'
What'd you
tale.
pay
Like
for that,
somebody,
by the way?
this gypsy, pretty much gave him a scar ward, and it's just like a wife's tale, like old wives' tale.
When is
Well,
the
if
next
we
full
go out
moon?
hunting crap. So good.
Wait, say again, Vidra.
So when is the next full moon?
Well, tonight is a full moon,
Oh, okay, and he hasn't changed. So
right?
Imagine what a good undead one of those would make.
yeah, I'm rather disappointed we didn't get to kill at least one.
I have a feeling you'll get to kill more than one.
Yeah, I'm going to
You're
say I'm
eventually.
going to hold off on that. The scar or scarf until we go out hunting again, perhaps.
Do you guys remember who I hit with that bite? With that 25? Does anybody remember who I attacked that? The same. Shad. Okay. So, yeah.
Chad.
Yeah, sure.
Shad has been bit. Just a reminder. Oh,
Oh, there's no fortitude
nope,
save
it's
for
a
it?
curse. It's a curse of lycanthropy.
Hmm. Oops. Sorry.
But I will let you know when something matters. But for now, you have no idea. Unless you guys want to try to figure out if it's bad to be bit by a werewolf. Would you guys think of it? Or do you guys want to roleplay that? Or how do you guys want to approach this?
Shad would
might have
probably
probably
not think twice
wondered.
about it.
Don't trust the person who bit.
Alright, so Shad
I
probably...
wouldn't
Sorry,
know.
Nor probably
That's
wonder.
a nasty bite, Shad.
What did Shad say?
I said Shad probably wouldn't have given it a second thought, but I do assume that other people saw him get bit.
I would have to roll to know if I know anything about werewolves.
Alright, Midro thinks nothing of it.
I don't know.
I don't know. What's identify werewolf physiology knowledge?
For this would be a knowledge nature or, I guess, intelligence roll, whichever you want to do.
Well, didn't Hunter guy just tell us earlier that the scar is to help prevent lycanthropy from werewolf bites?
Right, and then Nagi look at the symbol, that scar that he showed him, and it doesn't do anything. It's just him bullshitting.
Right, I'm just saying this guy already told us you get lycanthropy from werewolf bites.
That's
So I
true.
don't feel like we'd need to roll to know that.
That's true. However, I didn't tell anybody that the ward doesn't do anything.
You didn't tell anybody,
So,
okay.
Y'all can figure out what you
Alright, Nor, when
But
intelligence is
I'm
a
just gonna
20,
roll
you
it.
figured that yeah, Shadow will probably be infected with lycanthropy, and either remove disease or a heal spell cast by cleric 12 level or higher would cure the affliction. Alternatively, consuming a dose.
Sorry, that a remove.
Yeah,
what?
remove disease or heal spell cast by a cleric of 12th level, like 1-2, 12th level, will cure the affliction, provided the character receives the spell within 3 days of the infecting lycanthrope's attack. Alternatively, consuming a dose of Wolfsbane gives an afflicted lycanthrope a new fortitude save to recover from lycanthropy. Oh yeah, you do get a fort save. I am sorry.
What did you roll earlier, Shad?
22.
Oh god, is lewd. Oh, I guess you surprisingly saved against the curse of lycanthropy. You're not affected by it. All this was for nothing.
Well, I mean, we just know she got bitten. She might turn into
True.
Didn't somebody take the purple flower thingamabob from the thingamajig?
Nobody said anything about grabbing the Wolfsbane off the corpse.
Okay, I was just asking.
Did anybody?
Shad picked up the dagger, but not the.
Of course, you take the. Well,
It's silver. If I collect a bunch of them, maybe I can have it melted down and put on my blade.
You probably could do it here if they had some sort of forging here.
I mean, worst case scenario, we could always just stab you with it. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
I hold the silver blade to the bite wound. Does anything happen?
Nope.
Seems fine.
Everything will be fine, probably. All right.
So research?
Yeah, hang on one second. This is where I'm going through. This part is a little insane because there's like stats on every single person in this lodge, and there's like stuff that you can do. I'm going through it right now.
Ooh, is it a skill challenge?
It might, yeah.
There is no way a long ship is that cheap.
10,000 gold? I think so.
Immediately goes to check my spell list.
Oh, since you guys arrived there and kind of like in the middle of the night, there is a dinner prepared, and there's a big banquet going on. Do you guys would like to join this banquet?
Shad will.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that's
I'm hungry.
Yes.
All right, it's an area here, D20. Sorry, D18, where all the tables are at, and or D20, whatever guys decide to pick. 1 second. Like just the figures in this whole thing is just ridiculous. I'm gonna put some of the pictures so you guys can see what they look like. These nobles.
Nice. Fancy.
Just what all the NPCs look like, so you guys can have an idea what they got on this area. This is the guy that decided not to go on the werewolf hunt, and he went back. Like he said, he didn't want to stay there to fight werewolves, and he went back. Delgros. And of course, Duristan is the guy that went with you guys. He had a long face. Yeah, amongst a bunch of other unimportant nobles. Somebody in chat says, no, the way to fix it is to find a wolf that has the were-human curse and get them to bite you. Yeah, I can see that. One second. Gotta go back to the beginning of the campaign again to look for this unique event.
Hey, Midril, there's a spell called Necromantic Flight.
That's flying like a necromancer?
You grow a pair of bat-like undead wings to fly.
Oh, that's delightful.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The problem is you're vulnerable to turn or command undead.
Oops.
Small oops.
Reasonable risk.
Reasonable risk for being awesome, yes.
Sorry, this part is a little convoluted. It's gonna take me a second.
Oh, that's fine. I'm trying to figure out how to imbue flight into an inanimate object.
There's a feather token that does that in there.
I have no idea.
I think that's levitate, not flight.
All right.
I don't know how you would imbue an inanimate object to fly. It'd have to be an intelligent object, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
All right.
Because buying an intelligent longboat is going to be more than 10,000.
All right. So Madame Ivanja, she introduces herself and says, "I see Duristan told me you were not interested in the Scar Ward. Would you like me to read your fortune?"
I would love that.
Roll me a d8.
Oh boy.
Are you doing slash roll 1d8? Or you can just click on the little dice on the left side and pick a d8. All right, 6. She's I see the publican card you pulled. That brings many curious problems about your future. I would advise to watch your back when you go out there again. Write this down in your character sheet, by the way, the publican. It's gonna matter later. And she throws more BS. She makes up a whole story about how this card's gonna affect your future and how you should be careful around werewolves.
Psst, Midril, did you bring Clay to the party?
Yes, they said I could bring my servants in.
But you bringing him to cocktail hour?
He has just as much right to be here as anyone.
You are certainly drawing quite a lot of attention from the nobles who, besides all their strange, looks, and they kind of give you a look and says, well, that's not the most peculiar thing I've ever seen.
Yes, rich people like it if you have some sort of...
White elephant.
Say, does your friend there have a name? Says this noble here, the Celia, this guy right here.
Which one's he pointing
The
to?
large one with 4 arms, he says.
Clay Vickle. We call him Clay.
Laughter bursts from the table. That's clever. Is that a pun on his names? On his arms?
This is why I don't come to cocktail hour.
I'm sorry, is that a what on his arms?
Is that a pun based upon the amount of arms he's got?
It's a pun on him being made of bones.
I see. They appear to be a little drunk.
But yes, he does wear armor very well.
He does appear to be a little drunk as well. That's clever. That's clever.
He said publican.
What about your Stitch friend there? Decide that she doesn't smell very good.
That's Linded.
Help. She speaks. The whole table like takes taken aback. Never seen one of these speak.
Help.
She's very helpful.
Yeah, I don't want him to get the wrong idea.
1 second. This thing goes all over the place. Hang on.
You really need to use a silence spell on that one. Just to avoid misunderstandings. Just saying.
So,
Shad will start scanning the room for the richest, drunkest looking noblewoman.
Oh boy.
Alright, that will be her right there.
He'll go up and talk to her, flirt with her.
She says something along the lines, "Oh dear, I'm old enough to be your grandmother."
You certainly don't look it.
And thus begins death and debts.
You smooth talker, Shad.
Shad is a smooth talker.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Another round for this one. I like this one."
did Shed say was a noble or something?
Yep, Shad is apparently.
He is indeed.
Shad is the son of a noble.
Would he have been open with about that?
Yeah.
I think he said it out loud, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he probably brings it up a lot in conversation.
I'm just gonna borrow Nor and pull her away from this whole conversation here.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Said it at the gate, didn't he?
We
Trying
need to
get
find somewhere where there isn't anybody.
Okay, you can easily
I
find a
assume that-
secluded
that
room.
just
Plenty of
means
space here.
Okay. So, how long do you think it took to build this thing? This whole building?
This place?
Yeah.
I'd say better part of a year at least, if they worked at it full time.
You remember exactly how many werewolves you heard out there?
Not really. Do you?
It was a lot, I remember. You think they built this place in a year and those werewolves just nothing happened? Am I crazy?
But I mean, they could have just kept back until it was done and
You sure
then
can, Falcon.
appeared.
You can spend some points if you like.
If you were a bunch of territorial werewolves that were really pissed at people, would you wait until they had a small fortress in your territory?
Maybe I would look at this as an all-you-can-eat opportunity.
That's unfortunately my other idea. You see where I'm going with this, right?
I do. It's a little dodgy, for sure.
We need to
What
find.
do you want to do about it?
We need to find an escape plan here.
Okay. Do you want to patrol the grounds and see what we can find?
Yeah, I borrowed you. Nosk and Midril are the center of attention, and Shad's flirting. Actually, where's the
All
little
right. Well,
Wait, where is the little one?
I know she's probably hiding behind her ankles or something at this point.
Alright, yeah, what would Belnier be doing at this point?
Trying to craft that.
Craft a weapon?
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's lots of werewolves, and I don't have anything in my arsenal to actually prepare for that yet. So I'm going to start making some werewolf killing weapons. because I'm a bit terrified with all of the wolves howling. So I'm gonna hide in my room,
Alright.
shivering.
And get them to treat and know. Oh, use your points as well to think
I
of
think
something.
she's never just came down. We should go get her, I suppose.
Go get her.
All right. Okay, so we go up and knock on your door.
Hello.
We're down here. Well, I guess we're knocking on your door.
Yeah, I'm assuming this would be after the banquet and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was during, like, while they were all cavorting in the...
Alright, let me think of something.
As distraction.
Alright, so there's no
I thought
combat
y'all
here,
were
Falcon, but
cavorting
there's some
within a
terrible
thing.
things that can
I
happen
don't do
here.
banquets.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Clavicle accidentally spills drink on one of the nobles. As Chad has seemed to want some trouble to happen, so Clavicle seems to have spilled some drink as he was trying to help carry some to the room. Accidentally spills some drinks on this noble right here. This one.
You should turn the waste my points pog into the make issues for the party.
I'll make more of them. I can make plenty of those. I'll think of stuff. Hang on a second. This caught me off guard, to be honest. She says, I demand you to do something about this brute. Do you know how much this robes cost?
Would all be around that.
All this will have marks from... No, Falcon. Those are
Should
just
I,
marks.
do like a
Can we hear that?
Yeah, everybody is. If you guys are all... It's happening right now in the middle of the table because,
Everybody
yeah,
can hear
Clavicle
it.
accidentally spilled some drinks on...
All right. Shad will walk over and be like, "Sir, I'm sure we can work something out. I'm guessing Myrdral must be able to do prestidigitation."
Yes, yes.
I could perform and say, I'm sorry, he's all thumbs.
So the prestidigitation should clean you off and everything should be fine.
Fascinating. Are you guys looking for work? I could use a nice cleaner like that in my court.
Do you want me to do magic to clean your court?
Yes, as you just clean my very expensive robe. That could be very useful in my court.
You see the abominations that my magic is able to craft, and you want me to use that same magic to be your cleaning lady.
Okay, now when you put it that way.
Oh, thank God!
But say, are you still looking for work?
She's just gonna walk
Or in the
away.
middle of a job.
This is the part where you charge him an outrageous amount.
Shad will walk away as well, and he'll continue to flirt with the noble lady and feed her drinks, and eventually will try to make eye contact with Nosk and kind of gesture towards her pockets.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing this. Or
Should I do
they're doing
perception?
this.
See if he's...
Alright, roll me a sleight of hand, Nosk, if that's what you want to go for it.
Totally. Where's that at?
Right. They get treats, by the way. The kid has got
Okay,
treats.
It's like, I almost can't fail unless I get a 1.
Well,
You do realize she gets a roll too, right?
Yeah, I got a 3, I think.
she should be pretty distracted, though.
Wow. We're dead.
Okay, fair
You
enough.
easily pick her pockets as she seems to be distracted by the handsome Shad.
She has a 32 perception.
No, it's a negative 32.
Minus 32%.
Oh, negative. It's a negative 30.
Oh,
Okay.
She is heavily drunk, not even paying attention. Very distracted.
I must be drunk with that roll.
Yep, it's kind of fair that you rolled pretty bad there. Roll me a d100 real quick, if you don't mind, Nosk. $29. Okay, I need to grab a book real quick. Be right back.
Yeah, it's not a good sign.
Well,
No, she's randomizing loot.
yeah, if it's a random table, that actually could just be about anything.
Yeah.
In my experience, the only bad things on D100s are ones in hundreds.
So try to go for the mid or 69.
Generally speaking.
Wondering how often I should.
By the way, when I say pick up a book, that's a good thing. So give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, give me another D100.
Okay, now it's getting dangerous.
One more.
Oh man.
Jeez, okay. Another one.
What is it, exploding hundreds?
It's like, how many afflictions am I gonna have?
Okay, now give me a D8. Alright, just give me a second to do the math.
This is amazing. This suspense is why you always pickpocket strangers.
Oh yes.
You found 17,000 platinum pieces
It's like,
and
Well,
go
we're
on
good.
to cure major wounds.
Alright, so first things off, what you pull off, you pull out a bag out of her pocket. It seems to be a small bag of holding.
Oh boy.
I'm guessing once you're out of earshot, you're gonna inspect said bag.
totally.
Alright, are you ready to write these items down?
Who keeps the loot sheet or loot list or whatever?
Generally who has it.
Yeah. Sometimes else somebody's not.
Okay, so it's claim at the time or
Linda used to.
Alright, I'm gonna start a Google sheet.
Don't know if she's gonna be very helpful now with that.
You and not you
There we go.
are the only ones that actually pulled this stunt off and know about it. So
It's kind of our thing. So
Alright, so
True.
inside the bag, you find appears to be 2 scrolls. You're gonna have to figure out what they are later with spellcrafts. You also find, hang on, this 29 and then 43. This is over here. You also find a potion.
Bell, you're not there.
Well, poop, I should be.
No, you came with
Yeah,
us.
what appears to be a very,
We said adventure.
very expensive ring.
Okay, so 2 scrolls, a potion, and a ring that all need to be identified.
Correct.
Correct? Okay.
That's it. Yeah, right there. 2 scrolls, a potion, and a pricey ring. Alright, we can always come back to the banquet here. Go ahead and just throw those spellcrafts out there to identify, unless you want to tell the rest of the party that you found it, whatever, however you guys want to do it. we'll leave it up to Nosk and Shad since you're only two in on this for now.
That'd be totally up to Shad. Or what would you do?
We should just. Well, we should definitely wait until the banquet's over, but they're kind of useless if we don't have somebody identify them.
Yeah,
so.
true.
Hi,
I'm
Sprinkles.
intelligent, but I don't have any Arcana stuff.
We have 3 mages in the party.
I think it's spellcraft anyway.
Yeah, I think next
Yeah,
level.
we'll take it to somebody, just not right now, and probably not Myrdral, because we know she'll lie.
Wow!
Actually, technically, none of you know that she
That's
does
true.
that.
Nobody knows.
Every time, y'all always believe her.
That's
She
true.
never lies.
Was it once?
It was once I picked up on her, and ever since.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just go to the casters another time.
So,
I'll at least tell Shad if, walk
alright,
away.
so what does Shad and Nosk decide then? Nosk's apparently leaving the decision to Shad. What does Shad decide?
Do nothing for now. Wait until the banquet and see if Nor can identify them. I don't know who else has spellcraft. But...
Oh, Belle obviously does.
Right.
Sounds good.
Sorry.
Actually, you two are the only ones that don't have spellcraft.
Yeah, not yet.
Justifiably. Why would... Okay.
There's some weird
Alright.
ways where it can go.
Alright, do you guys want to do anything else at the banquet? And of course, as this is going, Durstan is telling the mighty adventures that you guys just went through and how you kill four giant dire boars and talking all about your adventures and how you are mighty adventurers and so on and so forth. He's just talking up a storm and everybody's just annoyed with him at this point.
Unrelated, is the fortune teller woman actually that large? Is
No, just increasing so you guys can see her. Smart ass.
Hey, I'm just saying, it would be an interesting character.
The floating head.
now you're asking for something to just appear, just murder you.
Don't. Way.
Which could be easily arranged.
So
You heard her, 20,000 bits and it happens, people.
I don't think it has came up yet, but are there
And that
limitations
Minotaur
on
in the
how many
sixth door to
magical
hell?
items you can use? 'Cause I have a ring,
Yeah.
and I guess the dagger.
You have 10 fingers.
You can only use 2 rings at
No,
once.
in the Pathfinder universe, you can have multiple magical items attuned to yourself at the same time.
Yeah, I have multiple objects going in multiple times.
Does anybody want to tell the story of your undead Minotaur that you guys fought in the past to any of the nobles to impress them, or does anybody want to tell some of your stories here?
Minotaur one was a safe and good one. Maybe leave it outside of it's not part of our house type of thing, and the maze
Mhm.
was elsewhere.
Alright, the nobles are now apparently fascinated by your story, and they're starstruck, just listening and not paying attention at all to anything. Is Nas gonna keep pickpocketing nobles?
Probably not, since I'm the center of the attention at the moment.
Okay.
I had aid, and
And do keep in mind of those loots, because it was also a bag of holding that you took from her pocket.
oh yeah,
Chat, by the way, this is a cursed bag of holding that is linked to 2 other bag of holding. They're not gonna figure out yet, but they will. I planned for this. I was just waiting for them to find something. Are you gonna tell the stories of Shad going through the loincloths of undead hirelings looking for copper?
I don't remember that story.
That was Elson.
That was Elson. That
yeah.
was not Shad. I'm sorry.
I'm like, I don't remember that story.
Shad has some dignity. Thank you.
It's like, yeah, my brother, Elson. Which, unfortunately, is not here. I don't like to do that when somebody's not here, but...
No.
Alright, Mara is very stealthily. Are you having Mara take something, Myrdrill?
I want her to go just check out the rooms and make sure there's nothing unexpected anywhere.
Okay, so far, nothing out of the ordinary other than a bunch of drunk nobles. And just eating and listening to stories, just wasting time away like all nobles do.
Must be doing something wrong. She has a higher stealth bonus than me.
She's a snake. She's pretty hard to see.
She's very sneaky.
Oh yeah.
Get it? She's a snake?
Chirp.
Sneak? I'll be here all day.
No, you won't. Thank God. Turns out plus 26 is actually really good on stealth check. Alright. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Nosk, why don't you tell them some of the funny stories about how you've almost died?
I can recall nothing.
in his defense, he was unconscious for most of those stories. Can I go see what? Can me and my gaggle go see what D3, D4, or D7 in this whole?
You mean how I
all these are?
Alright, you go and check out the poor people's place where they work and live. Appears to be stables and like places where the help is sleeping at.
That's all what these buildings are, just the help
Yes,
in the stables.
yes.
where I almost died? You mean where I heroically held the line for my party members to strike down wild beasts?
Are you talking about the time that you were turned to stone? Or the time that you were inflicted with blindness and madness?
I think one of them was from my party members. And the other was, I was just taking one for the team.
You take quite a few for the team.
Harsh.
You're welcome.
Brutal, savage, wrecked.
Yeah, this appears to be a housekeeper's lodge, D3, if that's what you want to look at.
Just going through and see if we can find anybody who has, some modicum of actual intelligence.
Alright, the help just seems pretty happy. They get paid pretty well to work here.
I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy.
Do we know exactly when this place was built, or are we speculating?
At this point you're speculating. It just seems to be in good order, but it could have been built a long time ago.
Let's ask some of the servants.
And this is the part where the DM panics because she doesn't have all the information.
You're free to just say they know nothing, and it's a big building.
Last time I tried to improvise, it came back to bite me, so I want to make sure I tell you the right thing.
That's so boring.
I may be crazy. This may just have been, we were here and then the wolves moved in. But, when you're surrounded by 1 million man-eating giant werewolves and apparently you've built a mansion in the middle of nowhere where nobody lives and it's in pristine condition, you get suspicious.
Fair enough. Okay, here we go. Escanor Lodge is constructed out of layers of interlocking pine logs set atop of a shallow stone foundation. Far from a simple cabin, the main lodge rivals some of the grandest mansions of Caliphas, meant to impress Ustalav's pampered elite who come to Shudderwood to rough it. It is an intricate and confusing layout consists of various levels, balconies, patios, hallways, and towers. Ivy covers most of the stone foundation, while the remainder of the lodge consists of rustic hewn wood. The roof is shingled with gray and dark red slate, with the gables, shutters, and other trim are painted dull reddish brown. In addition to the main lodge, the ground supports stables, a maintenance shed, 3 houses for servants, a small watchtower, and a series of underground pens holding exotic creatures for hunts. A 10-foot high vine-covered stone wall surround the entire property, enterable through a double arch gatehouse to the south. Fireplaces are throughout the lodge, physically connect to all the areas with which they are shared chimney. While travel through the fireplace is nearly impossible as the chimney's openings are too small, the fires are kept burning nearly all the time to heat the lodge. I don't know why I'm telling you guys all this, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it
They're
makes
pretty
sense.
quick.
This place is. This was not built in a year.
Okay, no, this was built a long time ago.
Alright.
They've just been
Maybe
always restoring it. That's what it. Okay, that's what it is.
Well,
On,
okay.
this, on the second floor, are we able to see over the gate, or is the gate higher?
The gate you should be able to see from the second floor. Yeah. Chad is saying, how about the boost about your underwater fighting? How well that went, and the pentagram crossbow shot. Yeah, that was pretty good. The Linda did it, right?
Pentagram crossbow shot.
When Linda created Linda killed that swarm of leeches with a crossbow by critically hit it, and so pretty much did a pentagram shot to kill all of them.
It's
That's
like a
because Linda's
ricochet.
awesome.
Who said that?
Was.
How about the boarding up the hole with 300 zombies? Are you guys gonna tell about that? Chad is just reminding you of all the stuff you guys have done.
They remember.
They remember.
Oh, was Chad there for that?
No.
Chad was not there for that.
At least the last part.
Chat, I think.
Chat.
Right.
Yes, Chad is
Yeah.
in my chat.
Chat.
I would say
going on all
Shad.
of our-
When I say Shad, I've dragged the A. There you go. Because English, I has it.
You said there was a watchtower?
Yes. This 6 is the watchtower.
That D1. D6.
Top left.
Can we get into there?
Like, too bad I gave Timmy my dragon skull, or I'd say we killed a small dragon.
No, but we did dig down into that lava pit and encountered a large dragon.
Yeah, we still have to.
Yeah, that reminds me. We still have to deal with that issue.
Yes, we were able to out bargain it.
I have an idea.
Then I was like, wait, you can bargain with a dragon? I didn't even know dragons could talk.
Oh yes, they're quite intelligent.
Oh yeah.
Please tell me more.
One has to be
I heard
very
there's-
quick-witted.
And how much would it cost to bargain with a dragon? What would you think?
Are you asking how much
Very
it would cost our services to bargain on your behalf with a dragon?
Yes, now I am curious. I have no use for money, so I'm all for it.
Well, for the more dull-witted dragons, it would be 50,000 gold. The price does go up from there.
Only 50,000. Wow, must be a really bad dragon if you only ask for that small, meager amount.
Keep in mind that's only to open negotiations, not to guarantee a win. That's 150,000.
Please do get back to me later. I would
Sounds like
love
you
to
have this special-
negotiate with a dragon. That sounds fascinating.
And I hear they like magical items, like this fancy dagger here. I have to try to give him that.
Yes, please do reach out to me later. I would love to sponsor a negotiation of a dragon. That just sounds fascinating. Finally have a use for my gold.
Do we tell
the
him
tales
what
you're
we're
gonna
like?
have to tell us when we get back, guys.
It's like, are we gonna tell him where
Okay.
we live?
Falcon once again. How about the time Midro ate dinner but was the only one that didn't know that it was ogre spider meat? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either, and which is why I haven't eaten anything that I haven't actually packed myself. Since that happened.
Actually, I thought there was a dinner that was funny.
We call that, but then I don't suppose I would.
Anyway, can we get into that watchtower?
Not part of the campaign. Just for the guards.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
When dinner's over, can we go to the library?
you sure can. That noble, by the way, that was offering to sponsor your negotiation, his name is Silas Greydon.
Was he the big head dude?
The one with the evil mustache. The one with the mustache.
Okay, yeah.
The fan. Right.
Well, perhaps I could. You must tell us where you live, that we can send our proper contract.
Yes, of course. I'll have my security make sure that they receive all the proper notification. I would love to know of all the what happens after said deal happens.
Yes, we will get working on the formal contract. Where should we send it?
He gives you his address between our. Hang on 1 second.
Bells, are you the bar?
This is the Margrave of Sturnidai, a retired military commander who served under Count Nesca of Barstoy. Hang on.
Okay, but we now know how to get to his house.
Yes.
Nah, the charisma score isn't why I wanted him.
Oh, apparently he's in the Palatine Council as well. Huh. What you say? I should not have heard that. Should not have said that.
It's fine. People say stupid things when they're drunk.
There you go.
I'm sure something.
He's a 6 foot tall dude, slender build, long features, and a sharp nose. He wears his hair cropped short and has carefully trimmed goatee and a waxed mustache. Okay, what do you guys want to do next? So the library, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let me go to investigation.
I give up on my paranoid investigations.
Okay.
So are we all in the library, I'm guessing now?
Yeah.
And are we alone in the library?
Yeah, you guys are all by yourselves.
Alright. I'll ask, or I'll grab Nosk and go to Nor and see if she can identify the objects that we have. 2 scrolls, potion, and a ring.
Is the library in this place?
D30.
No.
It's all around the circular walls.
Fancy.
Alright, you can do spellcraft if you want to identify those items.
We're in there too now? Okay.
Okay, well, bounties identify one of the scrolls. I guess we're just not bounties roll. Okay, keep going. One more.
Oh, well, that went well.
Okay, couldn't figure out that one.
Ouch.
Not survival, spellcraft. Oh, wow, apparently bounties is just all about... Okay, so you identify what the items are. Let me get them for you. Because I marked on a piece of paper because I'm smart like that. Here we go, 53. You find a 2nd level divine scroll called Gust of Wind. And the other scroll is... Next page, hang on.
Also, I'd just like to state for the record, one of us still has a staff of fireball.
The 2nd scroll, with that 25, you can identify
yes.
as a 6th level divine scroll of Cure Moderate Wounds Mass. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, the potion back to 3 pages. Okay, potion. There it is. Number 43. It's a potion of hide from undead. Hide from undead.
Nice.
All right.
Weird potion. And the ring, of course, we're gonna need an appraise check. Let's see how bad this is gonna go again.
Well, Mandy's not there, so you got that going for you at least.
Oh, is it magical? Or...
Apparently, Bells put some points into appraise. Oh no, she put 4 points. I guess it was just a good roll. Nosk also did a good roll. Anybody else wants to roll appraise?
Arshad.
I'll try since I'm standing there. Praise.
Okay. All of you seem to agree on the price of this thing. Let me get to the next page where he has the price for a fancy object. 20,000 gold pieces, you believe, is the worth of this ring.
Do we know what kind of ring it is?
It appears to be a very large emerald ring.
Oh, just that it's worth 20,000. No other special attributes.
Right, it's just a very fancy, giant
gold?
emerald. 20,000 gold, yes. You could pay for 20 nights here if you wanted to pay by yourself.
Oh, you'd have to sell it first. It's always
Wait, you said it was 20,000 gold, not 200,000.
Right, 20,000.
You said it was 10,000.
Oh, sorry, 1,000 a night.
Oh, okay. Congratulations, you guys.
There's also a bag of holding, of course.
A few days until they start killing.
Actually, you found a bag. I guess you can do a spellcraft.
Does
Do a
have
spellcraft on the bag too. Just make sure that you guys know that it's a bag of holding.
not like a devouring cloak.
Be a little late for that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, bonus believe it's a bag of holding.
I think I have a small version of bag of holding. Does anyone not have a bag of holding? Well, this could be like
I don't think Shad does, so Shad will probably take that.
sounds legit. You did most of the work.
And then we will split the ring, right? That work for you?
Sell the ring first.
Well, I know
Yeah,
the ring has to be sold first, but
Yeah, we would have to sell the ring, but who else knows that the appraises? So we'd have to split it up.
just
For you.
Now, strangely enough, you did the houses have stopped throughout this banquet. When they normally said that they would be hearing house here and there, after that massive howl that you guys heard, they seem to have all gone quiet.
Were they howling during the banquet?
Nope. The second you guys got back to the lodge, it got very quiet.
Yeah,
That's not spooky at all.
it's like we're being herded.
You still hear crickets outside and animals that live in the woods, but no house.
It's not the woods are about to come for us. The Ents are out for blood. I've been playing too much Warhammer lately.
What's that one old-fashioned movie with the tree? Poltergeist?
Older.
It's an older movie, but there's a
I know what Poltergeist is. I don't remember the tree there.
Might have been from a different movie then. There's quite a few movies, older, with evil trees.
All right, so you guys wanna look at the library, right?
I'm reading in the library while this is all
Yeah.
going.
All right. The reading library contains many horror stories of the werewolves and other denizens of the Shudderwood, but no clues whatsoever about the Whispering Way.
How far
Any
back do these werewolf stories go?
I'm sorry, that was a different library. I'm sorry. The 29 is also a library, but you guys on the 30. I'll take that back. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hang on a second.
You're good.
Okay, make a perception check as you're looking through this room.
Who's all in there? I would want to
Yeah,
do.
whoever's looking in this library, looking through all the books.
Because the rest of you were busy splitting loot.
Decent intelligence.
Mara, of all people, seems to find something interesting in this one-looking book. It seems to have a picture of a butterfly on the. That's what caught Mara's attention. Is anybody gonna take a look at said book? And like Mara's like pretty much pointing toward Midrill, like something's different about this book. Can Mara
yeah,
talk to you?
she's interested in it. I'll see what it is.
Okay, hang on.
Well, I guess. Let's see what intrigue is.
All right, the journals. It appears to be a journal. The journals alter hang on a second. Recorded several entries describing a pilgrimage to an ancient abandoned temple of Desna, an observatory in the Shudderwood known as the Stairs of the Moon. The journal includes a description of the temple, but the details of its exact location are frustratingly vague. These pages are bookmarked with a folded piece of paper scribbled with a faded note reading, "See Halo of Dreams." I'm sorry, no, that was from me. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Oh, no, that's actually correct. Okay, faded note reading, "See Halo of Dreams" on page 322. File under Religion upstairs.
We don't have page 322.
They said it's filed
Yeah,
upstairs.
it's a look at a book called Halo of Dreams on page 222. File under Religion upstairs. So it's like this is a note in the middle of the book that says that. And you would have to go upstairs if you wanted to look at this other, like you haven't been there yet.
Great, let's
Yeah,
go.
I'll go upstairs.
So you're gonna go take the stairs here and go up.
Yes.
Right, you're going to D31 here, the bottom left.
Find a book.
All right,
Okay, everybody's coming along. Did not know that.
but is intrigued by this. Hang on.
It's like a puzzle.
All right, and you guys gonna leave that journal behind back there, or are you gonna keep it with you?
Hell.
Yeah, I assume I'm still carrying it.
Okay. Yes, Barrett. Okay, now I need as you guys found the book, I need a knowledge arcana or religion. As you did find a book about the Whispering Way. Oh, that's more than enough. Okay. The Whispering Way is an ancient organization of necromancers with ties to Tarbaphon, Tarbaphon. The Whispering Tyrant higher. Sorry, hang on. God damn it. Oh, it's making me open a different book. Hang on, stupid. It's making me go all the way to book one. I'm glad I saved it. Hang on a second.
part where we look up at Midril and we're like, friends of yours? Old coworkers, maybe?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, I look at you and I'm like, friends of yours? Old relationships, maybe? Coworkers?
A bunch of idiots.
I'm sorry, this part is a little tedious because I have to go back to the first book to look about the Whispering Way.
Everything I know about them, they sound like a bunch of sycophants. I was never one to follow orders.
Yeah, it turns out that people called tyrants generally gather those kinds.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess I'll have to give you guys a story later about who the Whispering Way is, because this is
You can
convoluted.
always just like Tarboff on, and
Yeah.
there's a bit of information here.
Okay, in researching the Whispering Way and members' possible reasons for coming to the Shudderwood, you also find references to an ancient ruin in the forest called the Stairs of the Moon, believed to have been destroyed long ago by agents of the Whispering Tyrant, when he still ruled over Ostalav. The ruins are reputed to now be haunted by vengeful spirits. With the knowledge local here, I need a knowledge local, because you're looking out for information about the werewolves that you guys were fighting. Can I look up? No, do not look up. Alright, but a knowledge 21 and 24, you easily navigate through the books here. A check reveals that 5 major tribes of werewolves roam within the Shudderwood. Identifies that the leaders of the 5 tribes of werewolves roam with the Shudderwood, and the fact that the tribes meet at an ancient ruin Shudderwood called the Stairs of the Moon. It also uncovers the information that the werewolves are ruled by a single pack lord chosen from one of the 5 tribes, and that a new pack lord must consume the heart of her predecessor to claim the title. This check also reveals that one of the 5 tribes, the Prince's Wolves, have historically been enemies of the Whispering Tyrant and his ominous, such as the Whispering Way. Sorry, his minions, not his ominous. Oh my god, I can't even read it. So, you know that the werewolves do not like the Whispering Way.
So let me get this straight. So the werewolves don't like the Whispering Way. The werewolves don't like these people here, but these people have been here for a while, so all of a sudden it's changed.
We know the Whispering Way came through here recently. Yes, that's why we followed along.
Oh, okay. I take that back. Everything that you guys just searched was actually in D30 still. I'm an idiot. You guys are not going to D31 yet.
Well, we okay. So the book with the page, it was in the bottom floor.
God, this thing is poorly written. It should not have been that easy. Oh no, you guys just did exactly what this thing said you guys would have done. Okay, never mind. You guys are good.
Chuck and roll. Chuck and roll.
You guys are good.
Nice.
Okay. So.
You guys pretty much broke into his office without his permission, because this appears to be his office, like a private. Like, now that you see the door open, you see private, do not enter.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, because Shad can't read.
Can I take that sign down? Okay.
It's probably bolted in there. Okay, so I a lot of that succession part went over my head, but the point that stuck out to me was, okay, they don't like the Whispering Way. They don't like these people. Not suspicious at all.
Oh, since you guys already broke into his room, give me a perception check. I did not mean to road you guys into breaking into his office. I'm sorry.
We were gonna break into his office.
I feel like, yeah, that wouldn't have been a strong way.
There was no.
Okay, Mara, again, being the one that spots something weird, points out that there's a lot of burned pieces of paper on the fireplace that appear to be books of some sort. They're all been half burned.
Oh wait, no, that's fine. We have somebody who knows mending.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I restore them?
Works, right?
Yeah, I've got mending.
Is that
That's
actually?
totally how that works.
I have
I'm
no
100% sure.
Probably wouldn't mend the ink.
It does say damaged objects.
I'd have to give you guys a handout, number 2. Oh god, this is so hard to read. I'm just gonna copy and paste this into Discord and you guys can read it later.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, okay, so I'm pasting that into Discord. And you guys can read that later. It's very large. Or I can just copy and paste.
That's where is? Oh, there it is.
That didn't. I don't think that worked.
It didn't.
Oof, no, that's terrible. That's even worse. Okay, hang on. I got an idea. Hang
I
on.
don't know what that was.
Just over 2 weeks prior to the
Yeah,
PC's
I'm
arrival,
giving them this.
it appears that my past has come back to haunt me in the form of unexpected visitors who arrived last night. Ostensibly, nobles, nobles from Cortland. Yeah, that's what the message reads.
Okay, this should be a little easier to look at. You guys can click on it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's large. But I left it in my own on stream just if anybody wants to read it. I left it for a second. You guys can always pause the video and read this later if you want to. And there we go. But I will kind of read it really quick. So it appears that my past has come back to haunt me in the form of unexpected visitors who arrived at night last night. Ostensibly nobles from. Oh god, I can't even read this. This is so badly.
yeah, I'm going through it. It's gonna just take a
Yeah, it's pretty much long. Your Discord just went down? Oh no.
G no read.
Well, it is 11 o'clock, guys. Would this be a good time to call it?
So he arranged werewolf speak.
Is this Stevion?
Yeah, it sounds like a good time to call it.
Yeah.
Alright, I know that tonight didn't have a lot of combats, just the boars and the werewolves, but you guys did get a lot done getting into the lodge and everything else. And I will be a little bit more prepared for next time.
It can't all be murder every day. Sometimes we actually do have to.
Yes, sometimes you have to pick pockets of people with cursed items. I mean, with bags of items, yes.
Thanks for the time in the game.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing as always.
How many cursed items are you allowed to have?
I mean, it's not a cursed item, I'm just giving you guys shit. I will never lie to you guys.
Have cursed item by
What was that?
What?
Does Bells have craft wondrous item by chance?
She does.
Oh, we're gonna have fun.
Oh, Jesus.
I've got like
we're gonna have
fortune. I added a all tools vest that allows me to carry around my crafting gear in my vest.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so what you need to do is whenever somebody's like, can you do something? You have to be like, Khajiit has wares if you have coin, and open up your coat with all your
Oh my
tools.
god. Perfect.
Anything that I cast like a temporary magical spell, it'll get the flaming attribute attached to it, which gives it the 1d6 stuff. So like if I cast like magical weapon on like 50 things, it'll be good.
Nice.
So is there
That is actually very good, because that gets around damage reduction.
Mm-hmm.
is there a name for your class or
Alright, I'm just gonna say bye to chat here real quick. So right. Good night, guys.
I
Thank
am
you for
a
watching. And
sorcerer with a
we
salamander
will pick this up in
bloodline,
2 weeks.
which makes
wait,
me extremely
what's
good
2
at
weeks?
crafting.
Never
Yes,
played
indeed.
the
Okay, so 2 weeks from now is the 19th of December. Is that too close to anybody's holidays? Anybody have any plans for the 19th, or are we good to play next in 2 weeks from now?
That works for
I'm
me.
good.
I'll be here.
Plans.
I'll just be wrapping presents.
All right. How about you and Abby? Louisa and Abby.
Ladies,
I think we're free.
there we go.
Okay, all right. So we'll pick this up later, and thank you guys again for playing. And sorry it was a little haphazard. This tower was a lot of content, and I was not prepared at all for this. Apparently,
I thought it was
I
great.
thought the werewolf encounter it's gonna take a lot longer than that, because I was expecting you guys to keep fighting for a few rounds, but you guys just said nope. We're bravely retreating.
This looks fun.
We had an
I'm looking at
army.
Bell's bloodline.
So-
I'm like, this looks fun.
Yeah. Good night, chat.
Take a look.